This Halloween, the pretty girl next door wants to invite you in for a treat. Or a trick. Witch Tales. Witch Tales. See it with someone who doesn't bite. Much. Howdy, folks. Yes, you just watched the trailer to Witch Tales, which is a film, my film, I'm currently selling on both eBay and Etsy. Okay. And so I also have a new offer. If you go to eBay, my site on eBay is RealProg66. And if you buy a Blu-ray, you also get a pre-code horror postcard with the deal. So there you go. I just thought I'd plug it. Hey, look, it's a Halloween film. We're in the Halloween season, so I'm doing that kind of thing. Now, let me get to... Oh, hello, Apex Devil Flyer Graphic Man. Let's see here. First in... Suck it. Okay, now we're starting. We got a good start to the whole thing. A little laughy. Hello, Graphic Man. Apex Comics, yes. I can't get in the Facebook link to stream. I'm going to post it here. Guys. Just give me a second. Oh, there's Gratu. Restaurant looks like it has a lot of problems. Yes. Indeed, Graphic Man, it did. And we were filming amidst those problems, but it turned out pretty well, actually. Gratu, hello. All right, Meyer Greenblatt joins us. Fantastic. There he is. We got Devil Flyer, Hail Apex. Captain Strangelife, yes. The man, good God. How you doing? All right, we've got some great folks here. And so what I want to do first, before we get to the actual campaigns, is just point out a few existing websites, or I should say publishers of independent comics that you may or may not be aware of. Now, I have shown this before. You guys know about Big Bang Comics, I think. I've even, on Graphic Man's show, the 4-color fossils, I've shown it, and I believe on Apex too, maybe on Rex's show as well. But these guys are great. It's bigbangcomics.com. As a matter of fact, I think I can share this. Yeah, let's take a look. I've got these things lined up, so. Okay, there's Alterna. But if I go this way, we're going to Big Bang. And there you go. There's Big Bang Comics. Now, you know that they're very golden age oriented. As you can see here, they have Night Watchman, Ultiman, Galahad, the Badge, and so forth. And the great thing about it, they also are the ones that who now have the rights to Dr. Weird. Now there's Big Bang Adventures number 15 with Ultiman and Megaton, Shutterbug, apparently a little creature down there. But I know they're putting out a new issue with Dr. Weird, and he is really cool. Dr. Weird is fantastic. So that's really great. And then let me go back here to Alterna Press. Oops. Well, it should go. There we go. So here's Alterna Press. And they're great. You guys want some great. Yes, I will rent you Devil Flyer in a second. I'm currently just going through a couple of sites, and then we're going to get to the campaigns. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys Alterna Press. Now they've come out. I mean, they have several titles, several great ones. You got the chair, which I have all 4 issues. Fantastic. And this is another, they're just a great comics group. I think a lot of you guys would agree. Yeah, Rex says love Big Bang. They are fantastic. Yes. There we go. Apex. Hailing everybody. Dr. Weird sounds like he makes house calls. Indeed. Indeed he does. Please send the link in the chat. Yes, I shall in a moment. I'm getting there. I'm getting close, guys. So there we have we have Alterna Comics. Now we're gonna kind of go forward here. Hopefully. No, maybe not. Maybe I just screwed that up entirely. Well, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, there's Antarctic Press. That's what I was getting to here. You guys may be familiar with Antarctic Press. They are another great indie. They do a lot of stuff. They do have a lot of manga oriented stuff, but they also do satirical comics. Now, let me show you a couple. Now, these came out back in, geez, I don't know, man, a few years ago. I'm going to stop screen so I can show you this. For instance, this is Antarctic Press with the tremendous Trump. Right there. Kind of hard to get, but so you can see they do some, it's kind of whimsical satire, I guess. It's really funny. It's very funny stuff. And for instance, they got a takeoff on whatever that manga is, but this is My Hero Magadamia. Yeah, if you get that one, pretty hilarious. It's good. It's really good stuff. It's really good natured, humor and so forth. And Antarctic Press, they do some good stuff. They put out some fantastic. The orange skinned oaf. Oh, Meyer Greenblatt's taking a shot. But in any case, Antarctic Press right there. They're another great indie. And now these are the only, directly from CG or what we call Comics Gate. I only have a few from All Caps. Now this is Cyberfrog. And this is the Rekt Planet Ashcan, which is really cool. Okay, Rekt Planet, which we're going to look at very soon, is currently has their Indiegogo campaign, and we're going to look at that. I showed these also on 4-color fossils, and this is just a line art, black and white, but you can see Ethan Van Sciver's incredible detail. The guy is just detail wise, he's hard to beat. It's just really insane. The amount of detail he puts into his line art, so it's just another issue. This is Cyberfrog Blood Honey. And you can also pick these up, I believe, on his eBay store, which I think is Cyberfrog 9, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Well, we have opposing the orange skinned O. And then we have Orange Man Cometh. Apex. Okay. All right. So, guys, so I just wanted to show you a few of those. So now you know what's going on. And now we're gonna go ahead. I would first like to bring Apex in. Apex. Let me see here. Oh, there it is. Let me post the thing. And of course, Rex, if you want to come in and hang out in the green room, you're absolutely more than welcome to. But I wanted to talk with Apex for a bit because he's got a campaign that's going to launch very soon, I believe. So let's just get him on in. As you can see, Apex, I took your cue. I got the. So I think the sound is better now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man.
You got to do that, man. The other sound was horrible. Really,
it sounded like a starship bridge doors opening up.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you're also in the chat too.
Yeah, I'm in chat.
You're in two places at the same time, Apex.
Right.
What the hell?
Yeah. There you go.
EVS is an insanely talented illustrator. That is absolutely
damn straight.
True.
Yeah.
So Apex, you've got a few characters going for your next Indiegogo project. Now,
Right.
I saw the page, and what's the name? I want to bring it up. What's the Indiegogo page so people can sign up in advance?
Well, okay, that's what I'm trying to get to is establishing my mailing list and sign up page. I'm struggling to get that in there.
But I thought you actually do have a page though.
No, I'm trying to get the sign up page going for the campaign.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm very new at this Indiegogo stuff, man. I'm an old school guy.
Yeah, right. I
am a
hear
boomer. You. I may not look like it, but I am. I'm old.
I hear you. Well, so I tell you what. If you could in the chat, can you put your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I could do that.
Hey, that's a good place for people to go.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to find my trailer real quick, and then I'll put the links in there. So let me go
absolutely.
search for it. Give me a moment. Yeah, I'm trying to get to that Facebook thing. I couldn't even get in there. I don't know why it's. I don't know. Sometimes that happens.
To you couldn't sign into Facebook.
No, I couldn't get into the link because my laptop, I'm not used to being on Facebook on my laptop. Usually being on Twitter, it's much easier to get to. That's how it normally works.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it's right there. Oh, your wrench. How do I give him a wrench?
Yeah, I need a wrench. Okay, go on to YouTube where your show is. You can click on your icon for your channel. Then it'll say
icon for channel.
Yeah, your icon for your channel. Just click that and it says go to channel. You click that. Then you click on your latest you're live right now. You click on that.
My videos.
You're live. Yeah, you're live right now, live stream.
Okay.
Your program is right now. Then you click on to my name, and then there's 3 dots on the right of it.
Your name.
Yeah, to Apex Comics.
Let's see.
Click on click on those 3 dots. At the very bottom, it'll say Add Moderator.
I'm not even seeing a list of names here. I'm in the video details.
All right. Let me go to your program. Now all you have to do is click the 3 dots.
Got it.
Click on that.
Promote?
No, go down to Add Moderator.
No, sorry. Not in there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do this right now. Let us move on.
That's fine.
Okay, so in any case, did you find your video?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought I could do. I
Let me
thought
go
I
and
could give
share
him
real
a
quick.
wrench with a comment.
Okay, well, you have to go on the actual show on YouTube to do that. You can't do
Oh,
it on
I
Stream
am,
Yards.
I am on the
You are?
actual show. Yeah.
Okay, do you see each of the
Let me
names that you moved with your mouse? It
yeah.
should have 3 vertical dots to the right.
Add moderator.
Exactly. That's how you
So
do it.
I just did. I just did. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. All right.
There you go.
Hey, Shadowhawk.
Hey,
Shadowhawk's in.
hey, Shellhawk. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Okay.
Here we go. And I'm going to share.
Okay. So now with these, yeah. So now I'm just going to add it to the stream, right? That's it.
Right. Just click
Okay.
on
Here we
that.
go. So, folks, this is Apex Comics trailer for his project, which is forthcoming on Indiegogo, but it's not live yet. So
Not yet.
here we go. We're going to take a look at his video.
All right. Here we go.
This is Fembat. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Excellent, man. Excellent, excellent. So, okay, great. Now, when do you think approximately you're going to go live with this on Indiegogo?
First of all, I set up my mailing list. I got to collect names first. I'm thinking maybe late November.
Late. Okay, cool. So not this year.
You this year, correct? Yeah.
Fantastic.
I've been talking about this for a few years, bit by bit, on YouTube, other people's channels, and especially Shadowhawk. I think he's like my #1 fan. God bless him. And he's like, "Oh, when is Fembat coming on?" I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get the list going." And yeah, I've been working on the campaign bit by bit, trying to set things up. I have my my tiers set. I need to possibly add like a higher dollar amount tiers, so that way I could get propelled up more. Because I notice a lot of these YouTube or Indiegogo campaigns, they don't have a high dollar amount to actually propel them past what their goal is. I started to find that.
Right. Exactly.
So I studied this through Jason Bascom's and Frog G's campaign last night. Yeah, it's good to have a higher dollar amount. That way you can propel up a much further figure. You can help fund your project even more.
Mm-hmm. That is absolutely true. That makes complete sense. Yeah. Now you have another character called the Creep, right?
The Creep. Exactly. Creep.
Now that is going to be out next year. You're estimating, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm thinking
this guy, folks. You got to see some of this art. He's going to bring it. He's got the original art.
Yeah, I do.
His studio there, and this for me, this is definitely my kind of thing. I love the underground. I mean, I think the Fembat's got an underground angle to it as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
but this one is just even more so, in my opinion.
Fembat was a '60s go-go dancer around 1968. Gets bit by a vampire at her club, and she doesn't know what happened after that event. So she wakes up in the morning on the table, on a seat by the table with a spilled glass of wine that she had. And she wanders out. Somehow the sun feels damaging on her skin, so he puts her coat around her, heads home. She can't see herself in the mirror, no reflection. She's overtly afraid of crosses because she's Catholic. She loves going to Mass and enjoy the sunshine. She's very pissed at who did this to her. She wants her mortality back. Even though she gained powers of a vampire, she wants revenge. And there's an old gypsy tale. If you kill the original person who bit you and changed you to a vampire, you kill that original person, then you regain your mortality.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you have some creep
I
there.
do. Let me have some
Here
creep.
we go. We're gonna about to take a look at another one of Apex Comics characters called the Creep, which I really love. Here we go. Get ready.
Gonna blow myself up a little bit.
Yep. Do that.
I still hear echo on your earphones for some reason.
Huh.
You might turn down your gain.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I can still hear. All right, this is the Creep. I created him back in 2017. He's a fairly new character, but the original that I had, I drew a bunch of 1980s characters that I had in the past. Starting out with the human launcher. Then you have Cloverleaf, who's a Irish detective with superhuman strength. Paramore, who's like a French acrobat, and these two villains. What's his name? Yeah, Freeze Out and Brazen Fire.
Very cool.
And French and German, the German villains, Brazen Fire, and then of course, let's see, Freeze Out. It's French, and you have the Leopard right over here.
Yep.
And you have Multi-Fighter. He's kind of like influenced by Dr. Octopus, obviously, but he has weapons on his
I
arms.
noticed that.
Yeah, I said, what could I put in the background? A villain. I said, oh, this giant-looking weirdo
There he is.
monster with a... At first, he was black and white. I didn't know. At first, I was going to color him yellow. But I'm thinking, man, he looked like he has jaundice. I'm going to do that. What would stand out? I'm thinking pink. Man,
pink,
chicks
man.
Love pink.
The Creep.
And you can't miss him. He's the Creep. I was like, well, this guy would be 100 feet of pink perversion.
That is fantastic.
And not just, he just not, he loves women, but he also loves food. He loves the id. He's taken over by his id. His normal life, well, before he became the Creep, he was a destitute of society, always being picked on, always being bullied by bullies. But he was in an alleyway, and this van pulls up. He just kidnaps him for this maniacal evil scientist experiment. So he injects him with a drug, a test drug, and somehow his id took over, and he grows 100 feet of pink perversion. Well, I won't tell the story about it, but it's part of the story. Somehow he gets revenge, and somehow his id takes over, and he's a terror of the city.
Okay,
so this is a story basically of a super villain who needs to be defeated and stopped before he destroys the city.
Very good. And so this is you're targeting the Creep for next year. Then
next year sometime.
Very
but
good.
I started out with page 4 because at top of my head, this is how I normally do my writing. Whatever influences me, I have a story in my head, I tell it through pages, and then I write out the story longhand. I write down on a pad, and I construct a story from there. And so this is page 4. He captures this car with the mad scientist and the two hoodlums, and he goes, "These hoodlums are terribly annoying. I need women." And these girls in the foreground goes, "Uh-oh, eek." She goes, "Come to Papa, ha ha ha, eek." It says, "Get your hands off me, you creep." So this, the blonde is equipped with a firearm, shoots at him. The other one, buxom lady, goes, "Ah," and the creep goes, "Ah, you shot me. Just for that, you get a sexy licking." Ah, yuck! And so it starts out from there. And then a YouTuber, Ashley Lynn Gaia Storm, who has her own channel. Please sub to Ashley. She's really great. Ashley Lynn Gaia Storm. And so I did this honorary drawing of the creep licking Ashley Lynn Gaia Storm. She's digging it. She's loved being licked by the giant 100-foot creep. So it's basically just fan art for her channel. and so that's coming out sometime next year. But I've been in comics for a while. You can go and shrink me down if you want. I've been in
Okay,
comics
hold
for a
on.
while. No, it's
Can,
okay. Actually, I'm going to show you some more stuff.
okay.
Uh, just a few. I started back in 1996. Apex Graphics. I started
Audio.
out. Yeah, I started out with a flip book called
Okay,
The
I'm not getting
Executor.
any
Can you hear
speak.
me?
Uh, yeah, I'm not. Oh, wait a second. Here we go.
All right.
Speak.
Okay. You hear me?
Say something.
Hey, I'm right. Hello. I think most people can hear
Okay,
me
yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
Just keep talking.
All right. This came out in 1996. It's a flip book. I did about 16 pages of Executor and about 14 pages of Femme Fatale. I had a hard time doing like 30 pages of one thing because my interest is very short oriented, short term span. I'm thinking, okay, I'm bored with this. I'm going to do another project. That was back in the 90s. I was starting out. I was young. And so I started to do my own comics. I've been drawing since I was 5. And so the Executor was created by myself, but my friend Paul F. English came up with the name. That was back in the sailor days when I was serving on USS Nimitz. So the Executor, he's like a Moon Knight and Punisher rolled into one. He's out. The mafia has killed his brother, his younger brother Joey. So this is a story of Francis
Now I can't
Stonelli.
hear you at
You
all.
can't hear me? Oh, damn it.
What?
Okay,
What the freak? I can't hear you.
okay. Give me a 1 in the chat if you
What's
can hear me.
going on here?
A 1
Oh
in the
man.
chat.
Okay. Yeah, I can't hear you at all. I don't know what's going on.
We're not falling apart, Mike. No.
Let me go back to the audio here.
Yeah, man. It's okay. You'll figure it
I
out.
gotcha.
Oh,
There it is.
good. Ah,
God, that was weird, man. It was
that
like
was
suddenly.
weird. What the hell?
Okay.
Mayor
So
Greenblatt. Thanks. Okay. Thanks, Shadowhawk. Thanks, Devil Flower. Oh, good. All
yes,
right.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So hold on. Let me catch up with some chat.
Let's catch up.
Okay. All right. So we go back here. Well, we got Hail Horror Mike. Got my videos Saturday morning and watched the anthology last night. Great stuff. Thank you, Shadowhawk. Thanks for
Oh
that
yeah.
plug. I think I may have to quote you on that if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's
and
great.
the creep is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's looking great.
Thanks.
Haha, that's all of us. I created Devil Flyer in 2017. Great. Well, I'm just about to get you
Yeah.
on. Rex, hold on. Oh, CromCon. Okay.
All right.
Not sure about that. Giant pink goulash.
Yeah.
Captain Strangelove. Yes.
Yeah, I think the captain may like that. Captain Strangelove.
Shadowhawk. Hail Captain
Oh
Strangelove.
yeah. Check out his channel, man. Check his
Shadowhawk.
Straight Life Comics and Collectibles. He's got a good channel.
You've watched his channel, right?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
a lot of collectibles, man. It's so
not
cool.
only is he, yeah, but in his videos on pre-code horror comics, because he has a fantastic collection of them, is just great. And I even referenced some of those when I was doing my Haunted Thrills documentary. And as a matter of fact, he's in. I mean, I mentioned him in the documentary because I think he correctly points out that the let me see here. Okay, there we go. He correctly points out that, for instance, we know that the 1940s in the comic book world was considered the golden age, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, would say, well, the golden age really went up to when the pre-code, or I'm sorry, when the comics code hit in 1955. But it's not really what I think. Captain Strangelove is correct in saying that the pre-code horror, science fiction, and crime era basically from 1949 to 1955 is the Atom Age. It's not
Yeah.
really the golden age because
Right.
they're not. When we think about golden age, it's more like superheroes of the
Yeah.
40s.
Right.
Captain America and Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, and
Yeah.
all of
Superman.
those
Those
characters.
guys. Yeah.
Superman, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I mentioned this in the documentary because I think it's kind of an important distinction, you know,
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. It
So
is.
I think that was right on. And let's see what we got here. Yep, there's Rex. He's got
Yeah.
his link in there, which is great.
Rex's ash can.
I
It
implore
looks good.
anybody to put their links in the chat if you've got a project. He's now giving us a code. It's a
Oh,
strange code. He
no,
is
it's
in.
the one to see you can hear me.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, what I want to do now is bring on Rex, and
Yeah.
we're going to go and we're going to talk about Devil Flyer
Oh
because
yeah.
that is next up on the thing. So here we go. Hello, Rex.
Oh
How are you
yeah.
doing, my good man?
Hey Rex.
Are you there? Well, maybe you
I,
nodded off.
I am.
There he is. Ah,
There he is.
what the
Ah!
what
It's
the
not
hell
Rex.
happened,
It's a
Rex?
killer that came from the shower.
You
Oh
look
my
so
God.
much better. I was
No,
going
he's
to
taking over.
compliment you on your good looks, but
Thank
good
you.
Lord.
Oh, it's got Abigail.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
now who's the doggo? There,
Oh, that's Abigail. Oh yeah.
Abigail.
Mhm.
All right.
Have you
there
not met
go.
Abigail yet?
I have not.
Yeah.
I have not.
You
Hello,
need to bath,
Abigail.
believe me.
Hello. Well, that's a nice twonky right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
full-blooded Jack Russell.
Oh
Not
man.
hyper at all.
How many years?
Well, we have the same birthday, so November 2nd, which is Steve Ditko's birthday as well.
Yeah.
She'll be 10 years old.
Wow, 10. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice jolly age for a dog.
Yeah.
Indeed.
He called you Jolly.
Yeah, Rex co-hosts with me on Apex After Dark mostly every weekend, Saturday night to Sunday morning, 12 a.m. Central or 1 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, we had a wonderful interview with the Frog G crew. Frog
Yeah,
G
man.
himself, Ink Spots, and Jason Bascom last night. It was an awesome interview.
That's
right.
That is great. Rex, I wanted to talk about your Indiegogo project, Devil Flyer.
All right. Well, I'll share. Just give me a second. I'll share the trailer.
Oh yeah.
It goes by quick because it's only 30 seconds long. I think that's.
Here we go.
You got it brought up.
It's right there. Yeah.
It's right there. Okay, here we go then. Boomer. Let me get the audio.
Audio, and don't forget to expand your screen.
Yep. Okay, folks, this is the trailer for Devil Flyer Momentum.
Yeah. Devil Flyer.
Devil Flyer.
Yes.
Well, it was.
What's
going on there?
Sometimes it's maybe a little tricky. Plus, he has a dog in his lap.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. Here, get down. Get down. Get down. She doesn't want to get down.
I hear the gnashing of teeth.
How dare you put me down, Rex?
I know. She didn't want to get down.
Ah.
But yeah, Shadowhawk, that one chat was we'll start 2:15 or 2:10. You can come in there a little bit early. CromCon. Shadowhawk's going to be my co-host or host with me. The show offs, which usually is Texas Dave Houston, but he's on holiday in Peru for a couple weeks. Wow. And we show off our collectibles that we have, like Dr. Weird and fanzines and I don't know, whatever. Like last week we covered Batman, and it just happened to fall on his 83rd birthday of his first appearance.
Now, what CromCon is an auction?
CromCon is a promoter of projects.
Yeah, indie projects.
indie
Oh, what?
projects on
Okay, much
Kickstarter.
like what
And
I'm doing right now.
yeah, right.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Well, back to back, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Back to
Right.
back. That's right. He has
Okay.
it for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, during most of the day, set different times, talking with different people on different projects, promoting different things on Kickstarter.
Groovy.
Oh, you
Well,
brought
here,
it back up. Okay, you wanted to look at it that again. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Here we
Well,
are
good. Now you have control over it. This will be
on the.
printing here. I've got to go to the printer Monday and make sure that we have everything, which we should have, except for the back cover, maybe. The emblem for that, but I can get that to her.
Yeah.
And we have an alternative, but she can start printing the ash can here just shortly. And then I know this is election year, and there's a lot of printers doing a lot of election stuff. So there's, they're always busy, but especially during election year.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
At the red wave.
Still have to talk over trading cards with her. I think she says they'll be able to do them. So I'll get with this campaign. You get 2 trading cards. You get 2 books, the black and white ash can, and a supplement, an extra book that people weren't expecting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Here's
That's
the black
cool.
and
Wow.
white Devil Flyer, and I've already I have subscribed to this, or how should I say? Whatever.
you backed it.
You
You
I
back
backed
it.
it.
You
Thanks,
supported
thanks.
it. You
I
produced it.
forgot about
You're-
it's that highfalutin language that
Yeah.
Yeah, I backed it. That's it.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I kept
And
this very, very simple. This was like a promo to
very good.
promo to the Devil Flyer story that was already done. This was his original cover there with the trident. It focuses on the trident.
Right there.
That's this. Well, yeah. You kind of blazed past that other one, which was part of the splash page, and then this is the 2-page spread. That this is page 2 and 3 of the book.
That's cool.
It's got the quote in there. A devil's weapon is the title. He's
Weird. I'm not.
Yeah, you're going backwards. There we go. So there's nope.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, well you
There
just
you
keep going.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
keep going, Rex.
Go to where he's underwater.
It's underwater.
Nope.
Where?
There we go.
There-
Okay, a devil's
Yeah.
weapon. Yeah, drawn by my good friend John Philandes that I've known since 1982. The way I met him was he and another friend, Dave Snow, who would later become my partner, shortly after that, become my partner in a comic book shop in 1982 and 83. We had a comic book shop here in town. Sold comics. First comic shop here in town. Shortly after we closed up, there was a gentleman move in, and off to the races. There's been several since then, but that was at the beginning of the direct market. So I throw you right into the story. I love the Marvel way of where, you open, great cover, hopefully. You open it up, boom. He's already chained up. He's in peril. He's underwater. He's sinking. And then boom, cut to earlier that day. Devil Flyer, page 2 and 3 there. It quotes Thomas Paine there. These are the times that try men's souls. And this is going to be a poster on the main campaign when it comes up. And then if you go forward, there we go. This is the page I got up that's kind of cropped, but it's a bank robbery by the San Marco crime family. It all takes place in Chicago. Devil Flyer's kind of a Spawn, Doctor Strange, and then of course he's got the Kurt Wagner tail, the Nightcrawler tail, but also devilish tail. That was kind of my inspiration for the character, kind of a mashup character.
I think he looks very Golden Age, actually.
A lot of people tell me that. In fact, the very first back in November of last year, I went on Billy Tucci's show, Pop XP, and Niles' show, and was fortunate enough to be featured with, I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Austin. He had a great Golden Age type campaign on Kickstarter. And I was slated to be on with Pedro that did Apexes and Frog G's and Mike Trailer, great animator, has Tropical Magic up on Indiegogo himself. So go check out Tropical Magic, show him some love. He's down Panama. So the great thing about working, not so much on the ash can here, but working with, the expanded book, which I say in this, I think is 48 pages, has grown. But I've gotten to work with people all over the world, which is incredible. Pedro that did our trailers, of course, he's from Panama. Hockey did a 2-page story for me. He's in Australia. I've worked with Dillard, who's out in California. I've worked with Vic, who's up in Boston. John here, of course, is here in Arkansas with me.
I was supposed to do a sea dragon. I'm sorry, sea demon.
Sea demon. That's another
tale.
Yeah. Sea demon will be in the supplement.
Right.
And some other characters, and then in the supplement also you get the first. I think we counted up 12 first appearances that you'll get with this little campaign here.
Now there you get a nice close up.
Here's another one. Boom.
Right there. Yeah, it's
right
nice,
there. My
very
icon.
nice logo. So let me see if I can play the trailer. Oh, here it goes.
Here it is.
Get him, Joey. He's mine now. Blah, blah, blah. You gotta love those sound effects.
Yes.
Now, did John do the logo for Devil Flyer?
He did. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good job.
He's been a graphic designer. He worked out at the local university here for a time period when right after I concluded with college, and he's just a great designer. Ask him to do just about anything. He does it. We kind of collaborated on this. I'm doing all the writing. I tried the Marvel way, but what I found out is if the character's mouth is not open, you really can't put any dialogue in it. So I'm not going to work that way anymore. He did a 29-page story, Devil Flyer, plus an extra pinup page, plus 2 covers. One will be on for the ash can here, the one with the trident, where Cy Marco is holding the trident and Devil Flyer is holding the trident, because a lot about Devil Flyer is about his trident. His trident is like, say, Silver Surfer's surfboard.
Right.
Just to give you a brief, a quick reading of the campaign of what it's about. A tortured soul comes back to Earth to save it, but can he? A devil's weapon is needed to make a difference for good, or is it? Everything might have its price, but what if that price were too high to pay? What would you die for? Devil Flyer, a devil's weapon, has been a passion project for John and I for nearly 2 years to bring you, we hope, a comic experience like no other. A lone figure who fights his past as much as his future. Devil Flyer takes flight in the city to stop evil from totally taking over, with dire consequences to the victor, whomever that may be.
Yeah.
The Cy Marco crime family fights a game of death, winner take all, against our Stark hero. Win or lose, heads will roll. We see the high-flying Devil Flyer embroiled in a conflict that will take him deeper and closer to a darker conflict and truth about himself and the world he protects. If you like heroic drama and adventure, with interlinking characters, conflict, and consequences. You will love Devil Flyer. In his first appearance in print, this leads into the main campaign launching March 1st. That was my intention.
That's March 1st, 2023.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, I have to back it up a few, or I have to go, back it up a few days from that mark, because I want to launch on Sunday instead of Wednesday. So it'll be a few days past that now. I just haven't went in there and changed it.
Okay, so like the first week into March is what you're basically saying.
Yes, exactly right.
Okay.
And we'll give you a first glimpse of clues to his origin and past. Born a man of conflict in 1899, many trials, 2 wars, and much time lost, Devil Flyer burst upon everyday Chicago to save a city he does not yet know. The beginning of the Momentum Concepts universe starts within the pages of this book. Justice has a dark name indeed. And then, of course, funds for this project will go on, to get this printed as well as the main book.
Crap.
Mm-hmm. And thank you, Laura, Mike, and Apex for supporting me. I actually launched and closed on Apex Channel's channel.
Yeah.
This campaign.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, that sounds great. I definitely look forward to the full thing. Of course, I look forward to the ash can.
Let me ask a question, Rex. Is this still in demand, your ash can?
It's still in demand. Okay. I'll keep it in demand.
Yeah.
Till I hear they're ready to go. I
want to buy 2 more copies, I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're going to print. Well, I appreciate that. You're going to get 2 books. You're going to get a 10-page. And I asked Shadowhawk, what would you rather have? Would you rather have it all in one book, or would you like to have it in 2 books? He said 2. So I said, okay, we'll do that. 2 books at 10 pages a piece.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 trading cards as well. And that's 2 trading cards, and they'll be in black and white as well, because this is a black and white book. And the supplement will be all Vic King artwork, I think, pretty much, except for the cover, which is going to be Devil Flyer's first drawing that John did for Devil Flyer. And that's kind of awesome. A Carmen Infantino Batman homage.
Yeah, there you go.
Where his costume will look a little different. On the main campaign, I may put together a supplement, the making of Devil Flyer, but that's another campaign.
Smart.
So I'm getting ready, like Apex is, to get hopefully by October 1st, we'll see, to get the mail up. That'll give me 6 months on a mail up. Launch, like you say, probably the first week of March, and we're off and running. Right now, I'm just trying to get everything done for the main big book. If I can do everything I want to do here pretty soon, and then when I have, especially in that 6-month period, the start of next year. Of course, tax time, I'll be getting an infusion of money from my taxes. I hope other people will too. And all my monies this year pretty much went to get this book, the main big book, produced, get the artwork done, even some artwork for my next project, some pictures of like patch design, stickers. There's going to be all kinds of good stuff on the main campaign. With this one, I think you get a pretty good value. You get 20 pages, you get 2 books in ashcan form, which they're going to be, smaller form. Plus, you're going to get 2 trading cards that are the beginning, a 0 and number 1 card of a 13 set trading card.
It's an ashcan right here. This is the size it's going to be. My current ashcan. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a great value, folks.
That one looks a little taller. I don't think mine's going to be that tall.
It's not going to be that tall?
Yeah, actually, ash cans are usually smaller than that.
It's 8.5 by 11 folded. That's how I do my ash cans.
Yeah. Well, I like that. That affords you more room, and it is still smaller in size.
That is true. Well, thank you, Rex. I'm going to go ahead and put up. I'm going kind of alphabetically here. So now I'm hitting the B's, and I know you guys know who Art T. Bear is,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
and
Mhm.
he's definitely a fantastic artist. He's been around for quite a while.
Yes, he
Um,
has. I
and
backed this campaign
Yeah. Me
yeah,
too.
yeah,
personally.
he's
Yeah.
really good, and it's really great. I mean, once again, I'm going to scroll down. You guys can see the various things of what he's offering here.
And when
Of
I
course,
say
he's got the
back,
tools.
like I say, most of my money has went to produce my own book, but I had to have two of those Inco T-shirts.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
bought
I
I
knew you
bought
would.
I bought two, and one to wear and one to put up for later. Uh, I have not backed the book. I just all my funds have went to produce this, but
I
yeah,
get
I
it.
had to have that Inco
Yeah,
shirt.
that this
And
Inco.
I bought a couple of those
Oh,
at a couple of
wait a
different
second.
times.
Maybe I can get a better. Oh,
I'm
it's not sure. Maybe
Yeah,
I can. I don't
yeah.
know. I
And
guess.
actually, he
I
didn't
guess I will.
design that. There was a lady designed that for him.
okay.
I don't know if there's a larger image. There's
Ye-
one, but I don't know if it's
Yeah.
any
I'm
larger.
looking. Nope.
That one was in color, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
big.
little. Yeah, it's real
Yeah,
little though.
still little. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. The little figure right there. The
yeah. I
Inco.
loved it. So
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I got to have that, and I
That's
wanted to
awesome.
support him. Um,
You know what, Horror Mike, you should invite RT Bear on, man, sometime.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of shit going on right now today.
Oh, okay. Right.
EBS has got a live stream.
I'm talking
Malin
about
is
in the
just.
future, not now or
Oh,
anything.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever wants to come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But in any case, this shot of the Inco shirt
yeah,
is, yeah, I wish it was like, but that's the first thing I saw, and I was like, man, I'd like to get that Inco shirt, and I'm still considering it because
Oh,
that
Yeah,
is
it looks
yeah.
awesome.
really, really quite great.
Oh, he had some great stuff. He, in this campaign, while it was still up there, in the first 2 months, he
Right.
had old Image black and white comics that he put up there. His extras. He had Pogs,
Yeah.
the old black and white Pogs that they made back in the 90s. All original stuff he put on there, and then his little
Oh yeah, what is that?
thumbnails.
Black and white.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they go way back to the 90s. They were part of the Image boom. He got some of that Image money back in the day. Of course, he was inking, stuff way before that.
Yeah, like in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah, man.
inked almost 60 issues before of Ultimate Spider-Man before he got fired from Marvel
Right.
for no good reason. He was ousted out of Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I got about 20 of these to go through, so we're gonna kind of have
Yeah.
to
Okay.
move along.
I can't
Here
stay
we-
for the whole thing, and I gotta cook some lunch for mom and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, whenever you need to go, man.
So,
That's
so
totally fine.
Beowar, definitely
Here's
promote Beowar.
Beowar.
Love
Of
it.
course, Vic King, his
He's-
campaign.
He's doing
And,
something different. This is going to be magazine size,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Right.
Savage Sword of Conan.
Yeah,
Or-
now
or-
it says he's got 3 days left, but that's 3 days of the first
First 30.
Yeah.
30. So then there's a
Yeah.
second 30.
There's
Yeah.
a second 30. You
Right.
can run it for up to 2 months, 60 days. And then, if you reach your goal or have a flexible or fixed goal, it depends. Then you can go in demand. If you don't reach
Right.
that goal, it won't go in demand.
Right.
Yes.
So we need to get this campaign hopping. And he did get a backer yesterday, and I know there's some others coming along, but $5,000 is a big goal for some.
It is. Actually, it is a pretty big goal. And now, his whole world here is kind of revolves around the sword and sorcery kind of thing. It's kind of a bit of Conan, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit heavy metal.
And
You know,
a bit
7
of heavy
Voices
metal.
is Sinbad.
Yeah.
Voices is Sinbad.
Lovecraftian horror and
Yeah,
savagery.
some Lovecraftian horror in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
It's
And
a
it's
nice
a big
color.
it's a
piece
big
here.
page count. It's going to be a big magazine.
Yeah, didn't he say it was going to be like 80 pages or
It's
more?
up top. It's up top. It's
60
not 80.
pages, but with the
You
with
just
the
passed
cover it'd
by
be
it.
64. What are you thinking about it?
Oh, 64 pages. Yeah, that's a big.
Including
That's a,
cover.
Well,
Including
yeah,
it's
it
cover.
kind of a
says
graphic novel, really.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind
It
of
says
really what's
60
happening.
there, but yeah,
Add
I
the
mean
cover
that
to it before.
that
Yeah.
depends. He's going to have a backup of Alizon in the back,
Mm.
which is going to be a 5-page story, but it may expand to 8. It just depends.
Oh, right. I gotcha.
Of course, we
It's a
have to
nice
get it
black
funded
and white.
first before any of that can happen.
Yeah. So
Now
guys,
look at that demon right there.
Oh
definitely.
yeah, I love that
That
one.
is just a nice.
I told him I like that better than his cover. But I like his cover too. But I really like that. That shows off the character really nice.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
noticed he didn't have when he scanned it. Notice on his back, even though it's there, it didn't reproduce his back tattoos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like
Oh,
that.
right here.
That could have been a cover all in itself. That was an early piece that he did.
Yeah, this strikes me as really something you'd want to get on a cover, or
Yeah.
at least the back cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or imagine that in a black light poster. Or
That'd be so
Sure.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Love to
Sure.
see that.
Now
Yeah.
here we go with the he's in the cave with the bevy of beauties
Yeah.
in there.
The
in
Brood
the
of
skull
Cathal.
cave
Yeah.
right here. Yep. And that's a nice one. And he had one. There was another one. It's not this one.
That's
It's
going
like
to be
a-
the back cover.
Oh,
Yeah, now
I love
there's
that
the
Diller
woolly
draws,
mammoth.
man. That's sexy. Look at
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the backup story, Alizon. And Dillard colored that. He drew it, inked it
Oh,
digitally,
man.
Yeah, that's
all of it.
totally cool. Look at that,
look at her.
folks.
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
that little
And he's
dwarf.
got those fingers perfectly placed now, doesn't he?
It's
Well,
the
he
claw
has to.
bra.
Indiegogo's kind of getting on to
Claw-
people.
Did you
The
For
say
claw
claw
bra, baby. Hell
Claw
yeah.
bra.
The
Yeah.
claw
And
bra.
what's the name of his little woolly mastodon?
I don't know.
I think he named it. I'm
He
not
did.
positive.
Yeah, there's a name for it. And people love that. Actually,
Oh, Knox.
Margot
Is it
from
Knox?
Scotland.
Knox. Yeah,
Knox,
Knox.
yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to see a plushie made of it. I would too. I think
It'd be cute.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's-
character that's going to
sure.
take off. If he does more Knox drawings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's the trading card if you signed up for it.
This
and
one down here.
in the featured tier, yeah, you'll be able to get that trading card as well. But that's a sign up early bonus for people. That's
Right.
the
So
trading
that's
card.
another thing too, just to mention for people that are looking at these campaigns, is that the sooner you get in, if you find, and we're going to show some campaigns that have not launched yet,
Mhm.
but they say, like, if you sign up, you'll also get these 2 cards or something, for signing up early and getting in on it, which is something I think people want to take advantage of as much
Yeah,
as
they should.
possible.
It's free to sign up. Doesn't cost anything. There you go.
Yeah.
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 And so I mean, obviously from Beowar, we're gonna go to
And there's
we're
some
gonna go to
campaigns like
Cyberfrog.
last night we interviewed another frog besides.
Cyberfrog. We're getting there, Rex. We're
Okay,
getting there.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that.
there, boy.
I'm just
We're getting
saying
there
that
now.
on
Put
his
a
first
boot on your
appearance.
heels now.
His first
Okay.
appearance was on a trading card.
Yeah,
and
that's
that
good.
was on.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about that soon.
Hey guys,
Okay.
I gotta get going. So
okay.
we'll
All
catch you
right.
guys on the flip side.
See
All
you,
right.
Apex.
Hey,
Take care.
subscribe to my channel, ring bell notifications.
Oh,
You
wait
know
a
the
second.
rest.
This is not going to go in the. Will this
All right, take care,
transfer
guys.
to the other chat? Oh, it does. That's beautiful. Yeah, we're about to get to the frog, Rex. I just want to get to this to the Cyberfrog Rekt Planet, which this is the second chance campaign. Of course, Ethan Van Cyber, all caps comics on this. He's got some really great color stills you can take a look at. He's got a few artists that have done a variety of things there.
Is that still active or is it?
This
yeah, it's in
is
demand.
still active.
Okay.
You know, so I'm doing first. What I want to do is the ones that are active, and then there are several that are just about to launch, and so we'll take a look at those because you may know some more stuff that I'm not even aware of. I just found, you know, I basically just kind of found these by listening to you guys, your
Right.
programs, and so forth. But as you can see, this is the second. This will be the second graphic novel in his new Cyberfrog series, which is kind of like a sci-fi horror series, and it looks really good. And he's also offering on a separate campaign, believe it or not. It's pretty incredible. He's got these blue, the well, what he calls the electric blue Cyberfrog variant action figures. Now, you can see them all right there. There's all of the figures that they've done, which is insane.
Yeah.
And so he's currently, this just launched not too long ago, like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
a few weeks ago, and so you've got all these figures that are part of the Cyberfrog universe, and it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
some of I mean, the way that you know these figures, action figures, have come a long way. I think you'll agree, Rex. Like, man, when we were growing up, they
Oh
were
yeah.
just. I
Yeah.
mean,
They
I
were.
can remember them. Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Well, I mean, it was all new technology. I mean, how to tool that stuff and get the articulation stuff. Now it's all about the articulation, and he's
It
worked.
really is.
Yeah, he's worked out where these are very articulate figures.
Yeah,
Uh,
even the leg, the feet, the
the
toes
toes,
move and
yeah,
stuff.
and I think he's got ankle rockers on there. There's a lot of
He
people
does
that
have
are into,
ankle rockers.
and that's
Yep.
all at expense. But when you're run these successful things, and he's swinging for the fences, it's
Yeah,
amazing. On Rekt Planet, he's done what was that, about $250,000? The
I think
toys,
so. I think
the
so.
toys
Yeah.
got funded, which that was a big step for him. And they're adding new things to it. He's keeping active, promoting it. I mean, he's all in. He's wanting to create. That really helped me to hear Ethan say, I create this stuff for me. I want to see it become a reality. And that's what I'm kind of doing with my universe. I'm creating
Yeah,
for
sure.
me, but it
Yeah,
was it
I
was
mean,
great to hear him articulate that.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it's really not that bad. I've seen far worse. Like he's selling the Cyberfrog, like solo, for
Right.
example, for $40. That's not really that bad.
No, no. He's
I've
tried to
seen
keep the
much
price
worse.
point down there, and he's taken a chance. You know
Yes.
what? But the thing of it is, if he didn't reach that stretch goal, I think of like at least 400,000 for a minimum run, these
Yeah.
wouldn't be made, and you
Exactly.
definitely wouldn't see the electric blue variant.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's in addition. If you've
I
seen
think when
these,
he approaches these companies, or he approached this company, they said, "Look, we have to make a minimum of X thousand. I
right?
don't know how many thousand." So he's splitting up. Like for instance, you got 4 or 5 or 6 Cyberfrog variants,
Yeah,
and
you had
so
like the
if you
'90s
need to make
version.
2,000 made, you make like 300 each with
Yeah.
each, and then that adds up to your 2,000 that they
Well,
need
like
to
for
make.
each one of these, you have
You
a
know,
prototype for him to look over, and that's $2,000 right there
right?
per figure. So
It's
he's really
wow.
put some money into it, but
Yeah.
you know, uh, we've given him a lot of money. We
Yeah.
as
He's well.
Comic Gate, we're producers. That's the way
It's
I
an
look at.
absolute fact. I mean,
That's
he
the
has made.
chat. The people that
He's made
buy our
millions.
books and buy our toys and
Yep.
other paraphernalia that comes with the campaigns, they're really producers of the book, Mike, just
Yeah.
like a producer of a movie.
You're absolutely
They're the
right.
ones making it happen.
That is
If you
correct.
want more great stuff, you'll buy my book. Buy my book. Buy.
Yeah. Now here we go. We're coming to Frog G. I think these are the guys that you
Yeah.
had on your show, right?
Now, yes. And do you know where his first appearance was? This is what I was trying to say a while
Yeah,
ago.
wasn't that in Jamaica or something?
Wow, you just blew me out of the water with that, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Frog G has made his first appearance on Jason Bascom's trading card in his last comic book that had nothing to do with Frog G. And in fact, the origin of Frog G is tied up with that trading card. On that campaign, that's what I was saying, that one campaign that has nothing to do with the next campaign can spawn, a new campaign. And that's what
Yes.
happened with Frog G. So you have to pay attention to some of these. Like if you didn't back, Unhinged Entertainment's Absolute 2, you didn't get a Frog G card, the first appearance of Frog G. And that was really where Frog G began. There were like 2 slots where you make a character, and they made it after the Great Frog G, the Great Link Master, that's in everybody's chat. If he was here, he'd be dropping links. You wouldn't have to bother about dropping links, and he'd be giving out wrenches. I mean, they said last night
I guess if like
they
that, doesn't it?
Matt Barr did their logo for them, the Great Frog G logo, and if they hit 20,000, which I think they will, they're going to have a keychain or something. They haven't figured that out yet, but you're going to get the Frog G logo on a wrench, which the wrench is one of his many weapons, as you see.
Oh, you're of course. Well, you see the wrench right here.
Yeah, Death Metal Hero. It narrates their trailer if you want to play their trailer. He's on every week on Tuesdays. Usually, I'm on with them on topic
that's really cool looking. Now, he's the artist too, right?
Yeah, Jason Bascom's the artist.
Jason Bascom.
Ink Spots is the colorist, and they're working together on this. And really, Frog G is like the promoter of it. He's the great link master.
I gotcha.
There are inside jokes, like right there, that sign spells out Pleagle. That's Dan Pleagle that did another great one, an artist friend of theirs, Goblin Girl. And then Bar, I think that's another joke, even though it's
look at this guy.
Yeah. That's all Jason Bascom, colored by Ink Spots. This will be their first color comic. His first 2 comics, Absolute 1 and 2, were black and white. This one's going to be in full color.
Let's see what he offers here. So
and you can tell the difference between color because people are, really buying this, really digging on it.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people, the standard price is $25 for.
I think Ethan pretty much set that standard. He kind of looks at, and people followed suit quickly after that. They have 3 different covers on this, actually 4, one for the supplement. The supplement is by Matt Barr, the cover, the gentleman that did the logo, and he's worked for Marvel and other people. And Irene, who won Fragtober last year, I don't know if there's going to be a Fragtober this year. I hope there is. That's Dan Fraga that puts that on.
There is going to be a Fragtober.
Oh, have you heard about that? Okay.
Yeah, Fraga said so.
Okay. Yeah. There almost has to be if you're going to have a title and whatnot. I know he's busy with Pineapple Perception trying to get it out.
Right.
And it's going to be it's going to be, same thing with Rekt Planet.
Well, speaking of Irene, we have to go to her Fiendish chapter 2.
Yeah, just launched, and look at that. She broke 6 figures.
I know.
Yeah.
That's just totally crazy. It's Irene Strachowski, ladies and gentlemen. She is Asian Polish.
Oh, I
or
didn't know she was Polish. I knew she was from
yes.
Taiwan. Her
Well,
parents are.
Rex Strichalski. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and she's talked about that. It's I think what's her Asian origin, Rex? Again, what
She's
did you
from.
say?
Her parents are still over in Taiwan.
Taiwan. So it's a combination of Taiwan and Polish heritage
Wow.
right there,
Yeah.
which is really unique.
I
I never
backed
really
Fiendish
heard about that.
1. I hope to back Fiendish 2. I have not read it yet, but it looks like a great project. She's a great artist for her age. She's phenomenal.
Yes, she is really coming along for
And
her
she
age.
did a cover for Frog G, and she's working on that now. And this is her campaign, of course.
Yeah, as you can see, she's got a certain manga kind
Yes.
of quality about her
Oh,
stuff.
have you seen her volumes that she has on the world building?
Oh yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh, it's amazing. Now there's Dan Pleagle that did Goblin Girl.
Oh yeah,
Um,
this is a Pleagle.
her and Irene have worked on a couple things before
Yeah,
together.
now I love this one. Now
I don't know who did this one. Who did this one?
She did it.
Okay.
She did it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's of course the nude cover,
Yeah.
and I think it's sold out. I'm not sure. Let me check that. Oh no, you know what she does, which is kind of smart, right? Some of these people do this. They'll only offer it during certain times.
Yeah.
Like go on a show for it's like 3 hours long, and for the duration of the show, you can buy this, and then
Yeah.
she takes it off. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah,
that's
she took it off all right.
Oh yeah. They're in on natural.
Yeah.
Is what we're talking about there. Now here's some images from the interior of the book, the story. It's really the colorist is really quite good.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You'd have to go to the bottom to the credits to see her colorist is, but
Yeah, they should. Now she should have something about.
And that was in her trailer as well. That particular piece, I know.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So it's
Look at
very
that.
it's very good art.
Well, it puts you into the environment.
Yes.
It's a
color,
believable environment for the
yes.
setting of the story.
Once again, too, the colorists is just look at that on these characters.
Very simple panel, but
yeah,
the colorist really enhances what's there.
And then there's the various perks down here.
Yeah, she kind of sets it up like Kickstarter does, I don't know.
Did I put that in there, or did I screw up?
I don't know what you did, Mike. You've been screwing up the whole show.
Fiendish 2. Fiendish 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Now tell us how you lost your tooth, Mike. Did you knock it out? Did you swallow it? Did you just wake up and it was gone, or what?
Yeah, I had a fight with this girl.
Oh, well, that I can believe.
Okay. Well, there you go. And no, I was munching on something like that was a little. I forget what the hell it was actually. It was just kind of crunchy, and then I would suddenly chomp down, and I was like, "Man, that's really hard."
It
didn't give. It was their tooth.
And it was your tooth. Yeah, I've done that too.
And at that point, it didn't hurt. Right? I was just like, "Man, what the hell?" And of course, I looked in the mirror, and my tooth had actually, broken off.
Yeah, you didn't swallow it, did you?
Nope, I still have it. I'm thinking about super gluing it back on.
Oh,
what do you
hell!
think about
that? Mike,
is there like is there a brand of Dentsu grip that?
I don't think that'll work, Mike. That doesn't work that way. It's still you're gonna have to get that looked at. Sorry. Pay that dental bill. No, that won't work. I don't care if it's Gorilla Glue. That's not going to work, Mike. Jeez.
No. Yeah, they're going to have to dig the rest of it out and then put one of those whatever.
Yeah, Mike's going to get out a gold. He's going to get out a gold marker, and he's going to then glue it in there, and he's going to have a gold tooth for about a week or two. till it starts to rot and look
Right.
black and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the gold tooth option is not too bad though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned it,
Yeah.
now I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's hey,
just
look, us starving artists have got to
don't let that
something.
don't let that go. Don't let it abscess.
Oh God, yeah, no, man.
Especially there in front.
Now that's when it gets painful.
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
And then that's if it goes abscess, it just pumps that poison into your blood system. You don't want that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
is
infection.
True.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Now you may have seen Andy Smith's
Kor-Drath. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Reckoning.
Yes. Yeah. Now I got to tell you, like I am more of a sci-fi horror guy. And a little less sword and sorcery, and of course the golden age stuff like Devil Flyer I like.
Right.
I'm a little less hip on the sword and sorcery. However, there are some good campaigns. Obviously, the Beowar and the Kor-Drath here are really good. And the art and once again the coloring.
Oh yeah.
It really does get down to the coloring on some of these. And
definitely. Early on in the year, I was working with a colorist, and he just was not doing it, and I could tell it was going to take me 2 years to get my book out if I used that colorist. So I pretty much had to get rid of him, because he's not near as accomplished as these colorists here. You have to pay for those colorists, but they definitely can enhance your book.
That is
really
true.
Good. Yeah.
Oh crap! Now what? Okay, there we go. All right.
Now, where's this campaign at? How much has it made so far?
I just dropped the link. This campaign is still live. It's at 48,000.
I think it's
50.
Yeah. I think it's still on its first 30 days, isn't it?
It is. It's with 18 days left.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's doing really well.
Doing well. And you know what? One of the things I think a really good move that he made was that he got Bud Root.
Oh yeah.
To do cover D. This is the Bud Root cover, folks.
Yeah.
Now
how many of that cover has sold so far?
Oh, I can tell you. Let's take
I know you can. Gander. That's why I ask.
But I could tell you, Rex, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No, here it is. 74 claimed.
74 of them.
Yeah, that's
okay. 74. There's some people that love Bud Root.
Oh, there's some people that love Bud Root.
Yeah. Look, 74 of them anyway.
Yeah. Now he just put out this new Conan cover.
Oh yeah. I mean, a riff on Conan #1.
I know. Yeah. And I hope he has a blow up of it down here.
I wish Vic had done that. I wish Vic had thought of that,
It's look, people are doing these homage covers. People should think of like just the most iconic in whatever they're doing, whether it's horror, science fiction, sword and sorcery, whatever, and do an homage cover. You're absolutely right. But here it is.
I'm not as familiar with Bud Root as you are. What are some of the other things that he's done?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. If you look at this, you see a rather healthy woman, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Typically, his women are like twice as healthy, if you know what I mean. In the 40 double
that's
D
normal.
range.
I'd say that's normal. I wouldn't say that's oversized, really.
No, I'm saying that normally his women are like twice.
Oh, normally.
Or 3 times the size. Okay. And he is kind of famous for his Cave Woman series.
Oh, yeah. I've got some Cave Woman. Yeah.
Big honking boobies.
That's right. I forgot his Cave Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, he is Cave Woman. I love the coloring on this. It's really great, but we'll get back to that. He's got the black and white down here. There it is. Now, Bud Root did the black and white, and then he used marker. You can see the gray tone.
Oh yeah.
And he just very subtly put it in there.
Right.
It's beautiful. And that piece he sold, Andy sold this on this campaign. Let's go back up.
Okay.
Let's see here. There it
This
is. He sold it immediately for $3,000.
wow.
I mean, and that's because of course, Bud Root. He's not like what you would call famous
Right. But he's
per
been around
se,
for a very long time.
but yeah, and he's
Yeah.
known. I like, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I think he's like one of those artists that is more known amongst the pros
You know, this is
than
really kind of
amongst the fans.
breaking type because I know that Andy did sort of jungle adventure comic on Indiegogo. And then he kind of went into his First Man, resurrected his First Man character from the 90s, which is Superhero Fair, on his next two campaigns. And
Yes.
now he's going, and usually superheroes are what people want, but he's going like Barbarian here. And I think he's gotten better numbers on this than he did First Man. So
Yes.
he's kind of going against type a little bit, which is good. I'm glad it's working out for him.
Is that Shadowhawk? Is that Paul Rubenesque?
Yeah.
Oh God! Yeah. This cover, it's killing me because he really hit it right on the head.
Again, the colors are like the Bronze Age colors.
Totally.
Just took what the original Barry Windsor Smith cover that was Conan #1 from 1970 and used pretty much the same color scheme and knocked it out of the park, putting his own characters in there.
Yeah, and it's really interesting too because people would call you see the black back there. I mean, it's very kind of Kirby-esque.
Kirby Dottish. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
Kirby Crackle.
The Kirby Crackle.
Yeah.
But also he's got this, it's classic. He's got the hot woman down here.
I mean, he's just basically redrawing Conan #1. That's the way Conan #1 is.
Yeah, and that's his character, Adriana.
Right.
There they are. You got your Kor-Drath and Adriana. And she is just a really, I mean, once again, she's a perfectly, like created for just being the hot character in your saga.
Again, this is kind of like a Fiendish type setting, characters and stuff.
Kind of.
Except it's not the manga style,
Yeah, definitely not.
Or and then I forget. There's others on Indiegogo that are kind of barbarian too.
Yeah, and I think Irene Stachalski, she's real, as you said. You already said it. For her age, she's really good.
Yes,
and she's probably in 10 years she might be a master.
Yeah.
I'm not a big manga fan.
But you know what? She beat Aaron Lepresti. She beat Dan Fraga in Fragtober. Yeah. She took the title away from everybody last year.
I know.
She's awesome.
Except for Ethan.
Let her go up against Ethan. I don't know if Ethan can.
Got a chance.
She did. I mean, because they would do like Frankenstein. They were doing all kinds of stuff. She was knocking it out of the park on everything last year.
Right. Well,
she's hard to beat.
That kind of brings us to that. Because here he is.
In fact, I liked her stuff in Fragtober because it really showed what she could do beyond like her Fiendish stuff,
Right. But here we go with Aaron Lepresti, and I got to tell you, now, Rex, this is my kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love the horror.
This is his second Wraith of God, right?
Wraith of God Blood Hunters. This is the second installment.
The second one, yeah.
Right. And Aaron Lepresti as an artist, I think he could be better than anybody in CG.
Pretty much.
This guy is insanely good.
He's
so
good.
Damn good. And this is the kind of thing that interests me. I mean, it's either going to be like, for me, I like, as I said, horror or sci-fi. I love that. And I like Golden Age, like superhero characters and stuff.
Right.
But if you look at this thing, good Lord, man, I was just like looking at some of these pages. Like there's the wraparound cover.
Yeah,
which is just unreal.
Which it's got the old Ghost Rider Western vibe, set in the West. but you've got werewolves, you have vampires, I think.
You have a lot of vampire women,
Yeah,
scantily clad.
yeah.
I
Because
love
I'm
that.
sure he probably likes Hammer films and stuff like that
He is
too.
a total horror fan.
Yeah. And
You
his
know,
character here of Garbage Man, which is very, like my Bog character or like
yes,
Man Thing or Swamp Thing character.
yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. And of course, he's presenting this variant as one of those classic. What would you say? Like,
He worked with Andy Smith at Cross Gen Comics in the
I'm sorry.
90s.
Say that again.
Aaron Lepresti worked with Andy Smith, the former artist we were just looking at, is
Yeah,
Kor-Drath,
yeah.
at Cross Gen Comics. They
Okay.
worked together.
Okay.
Along with Bart
Okay.
Sears and other artists. And
Yeah.
Garbage Man used to be published by DC Comics, but he got the rights back from DC Comics for it. I guess he never gave the rights completely away.
Oh, it's very smart.
Yeah.
Very
And
smart
so
thing,
now he's
there.
doing, it is, because this is a great, kind of known character, although he wasn't really known that well over at DC. He didn't do much with him over there, but
Right.
He did have him in a few books, and it's just a great different take, for his newer character here, the Wraith of God.
Yes.
Of course, here's another homage cover.
Yeah, Tomb of Dracula.
Off of Neil Adams' cover of Tomb of Dracula number one, I believe. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That is just so classic. And so he's got his, obviously in the story, he's got his Nosferatu type.
Yeah.
Vampire.
And on the first campaign, he also had a Marvel kind of setup cover like that. Had the Empire Comics across there, like where it would say Marvel Comics Group.
Now look at the Undertaker here, Rex.
The Undertaker looks like out of Creepy or something.
Jack Davis.
Yeah, Jack Davis.
He's channeling Jack Davis.
He totally is. Yeah,
because he is a total. That's the one thing about Lepresti, is that he is a huge EC Warren Publishing. He is a creepy, eerie, total fan.
Right.
He knows this stuff, and that's what comes through with his horror, and I love that. I mean that, and so when he's telling the tale here, there is a ton of visual, and there's not much dialogue.
Eerie Comics or Eerie Magazine.
Yeah, he's setting the tone.
Yeah, there's that one I showed you the other day.
Freaking thing, man. God, that is just, it's nice. And this one,
oh yeah, look at the coloring on that.
I know the coloring is insane on this freaking thing.
He's kind of a patchwork guy because he's like everything in the garbage heap.
Yeah, exactly. He's a garbage.
Yeah, I love no-nose monsters, or I mean characters that don't have a nose.
Yeah,
I've created a lot of those when I was a kid, and Dillard did one of my characters, and everybody wanted to give him a nose. I said, no, he doesn't have a nose. He's kind of my Plastic Man type character, and that's just the way I created him with no nose. Yeah,
I just love it. I love this guy's colorist. I love.
Oh, it is. He's look at that.
Guy.
Yeah,
look at this guy. He's just. It is classic horror.
Did you get Wraith of God number 1, Mike?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Is it offered? Is it offered on this campaign?
Yes. As a matter of fact, let me get to that, because here's a couple. Now, as you can see, a ton of stuff has sold out, but he does have and of course, Dale Keown did this great werewolf cover here.
You know what has sharpened his skills probably more than anything? He's went to a lot of conventions and done a lot of drawings for people very quickly.
Now wait a second.
Yeah, Dale Keown.
Yeah, that's the Dale Keown. Oops. That's the Dale Keown shirt. I'm just trying to find, because that shirt, that's the werewolf.
Yeah.
And
You're trying to find the larger image to
right,
it,
but that was from the first uh, Wraith of God, right? That
first
was
campaign.
yeah, that was a werewolf cover, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a good shot.
Yeah. That is from his first campaign.
And look at that, just unmistakable Dale Keown.
Oh, it
He
is.
just
Yeah.
he just got that stuff all in there. Yeah, so he, that's something, as we talk about this and people are watching this stuff, if you're not familiar with these artists, the thing about Aaron Lepresti is that he has been on the scene for at least 30 years.
Yeah.
More than that, probably. As a pro, he has worked for almost every freaking comic book company.
And I had some of his Mystic that he did for CrossGen. I had some Aaron Lepresti looking through my collection of 30,000 books. But he was a name till he came to CG I was unfamiliar with, even though I had some of his work in my collection. Same thing with Shane.
I gotta tell you, Rex, I'd never heard of him before I hit CG until I started looking around. And, this guy is insane.
Yeah, some of these guys are becoming, even larger in the CG movement. They were overshadowed and overlooked.
Yes.
And now, as they're out pitching, and that they talk with the chat on their own channels and grow their own channels, they're becoming household names. Something
they really are.
Something that Marvel or DC or even the independent scene really couldn't do for them in their careers. And now, of course, they're getting to reap the benefits of their individual IPs.
Oh, there's Margot.
Yes, she's been here. Over there in Scotland. Shadowhawk says Aaron is a certified ink slinger. He calls him an ink slinger. Absolutely love his horror.
Margot. Yeah, he's an absolute ink slinger extraordinaire. As a matter of fact, he had a great show yesterday, Rex, that you may want to check out. He and another artist were discussing their favorite inkers and why. So they went into some detail showing these various projects where they penciled, somebody else inked. And they were like, look at what he did here. Look how he did this.
Right.
And this is instructional. This is stuff where you're like, you're actually learning something, from the artist. And
well, Jason, it's interesting because Jason Bascom on our interview last night about the Frog G project, he was talking about the same thing. That you can come on and it's a lesson all in itself. He was saying you don't have to go to college. You don't have to go to some craftsman college. The name escapes me, but Votech or whatever. You can come on here and you can ask the creators, what materials are you using? What pen size are you using, or what brush are you using? It's all an education in itself, and you can see a lot of this work being produced on their individual channels. It is true. You can go to YouTube and get a PhD probably in these things.
That is true. And that's one thing about some of these artists who are willing to impart, their knowledge.
Right.
Some won't.
That's right.
Some do, some don't. And of course, you've probably seen those Ethan Van Sciver videos where he's like, he's drawing. They show, he shows himself doing a Cyberfrog.
1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, 3 point perspective. He runs you all the way through it.
Yes. And it's like the fundamentals.
Yeah. And a lot of people came to CG.
You're going to suck.
I know I did. A lot of people came to CG by watching those old videos, and they still continue to watch them today because they're so helpful for you to, as an artist.
Absolutely. Those guys, some of those guys like Aaron Lepresti and Ethan Van Sciver should do a book.
Yes.
The CG way to do comic books.
Yeah,
They really
should.
the Marvel way.
Well, some of these
CG
guys,
way.
like Andy Smith, he has, and I have it in my collection here, has a drawing book on how to draw. He's had that out
Andy
for
Smith. Yeah, you're
yeah.
right. You're right.
And if you think about it, he was like with Andy Smith, Shane Davis, Art T. Bear,
Shane Davis,
Patrick Parnell, who else? The artists that did Graham Nolan, they're all graduates of the Joe Kubert School.
Yes, they are. Yeah. The Joe Kubert. As a matter of fact, they're still plugged. One of the last conventions I went to, they had the setup for the Joe Kubert School of Art.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. And people should, as a matter of fact, on the Graphic Man show, with who was talking about this? There's one of the gentlemen on there attended the school, and so he was showing some of his, how they have various exercises, and so forth, and he was showing some of those, and I was like, man, boy, that would be, if you want to get into comic book art, if you can afford it, do that. If you can't, go on to YouTube and watch all these dudes and watch their instructional videos, because it's going to help you a lot. It will.
I could have went to the Joe Kubert School and really probably should have, but I never.
Do you know how they charge, or what like a typical year will cost?
Well, it's changed over time. Now you can get at-home lessons. You no longer have to go just to the school in New Jersey. That was a big thing in the 70s and 80s with me. I didn't want to move off and go to New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah. So but now they have correspondence classes. In fact, they had correspondence classes, I believe, back in the VHS days. People could buy it on VHS, not any longer. They have it on disc now, but
there you go.
And then you do the homework, and if you want to pay an additional fee, they will grade your work. They will give you feedback. You'll send it to them, they'll grade it, or you scan it, send it to them, and they'll grade it. I think they want to see originals.
Yeah, and Shadowhawk is saying here, Aaron, Froggaboom, the Barton brothers all have great drawing lesson streams. There's an entire library already on YT just waiting to be watched, and that is very true. Somebody needs to assemble it all under like CG comic art lessons or something.
Well, I don't think you could do that. Well, I mean, with their consent, you could do that.
Well, I think you could make your own library,
or you could do it in documentary form, I suppose. But yeah, I mean. Basically, you couldn't steal their content.
Somebody still has to make a CG documentary. I swear to God, it's amazing that nobody.
Well, now there is a magazine out there on Indiegogo called Rocket that has an interview with Art T. Bear and others, and has some stuff on Cyberfrog, and it is a magazine, and it's on Indiegogo in demand right now. If it hasn't already wrapped up for field.
It's called Rocket?
It's called Rocket, yeah. Talks about Cecil and the CG movement. That's definitely one.
There's Peter Retro
Hey, Peter. It's been a while. I haven't seen you since Apex Comics interview.
Hello, sir.
It's good to see you, Peter.
And let me ask you a question. This is
Peter interviewed the Frog G people just the other day.
Oh, very cool. Let me ask you about this. For instance, like any campaign, it doesn't matter. But let's talk about this Wraith of God. Now, if I wanted to go back, and I already bought the Wraith of God 2 book, right? Right. If I go back and separately and get Wraith of God 1, are they going to combine shipping, or are they going to double shipping on me?
They should combine. You'll just have to see. But you know what? If you press on it, you can always back out of it.
Right. Yeah.
But there's that in the middle there, the second book. That's kind of like that Marvel homage cover that I was talking about from the first campaign. And then, of course, the one you were talking about, the Del Keown werewolf cover.
Yeah, which was the Virgin variant.
Virgin variant. That's why
Right.
you don't have a logo or anything on it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And it is a beauty. All of these are really quite good. Although I am drawn to the
Marvel. I was too. If I backed it,
one.
I probably would have got that cover as well. I never got around to backing it though. Look at that.
Yeah,
caps, t-shirts.
Does anybody watching know how that works? Like if you back one of these and then here we go. No, you have to refund and reback, or it will be a separate order, separate shipping.
Yeah. Yeah, you can if you just backed it, I don't know how long you did, but you could refund and back at a higher tier.
And they don't mind that if you do that?
No.
Okay, so that's what he's saying here. So if you've bought something, folks, and then you go back and you're like, "Ooh, I like that."
Now it depends on how you have it set up too, Mike. And then because there have been, like on Alterna, you were talking about Peter Smetty's Alterna.
Yes,
they have it like once you can back it as many times you do for one set shipping. It won't charge you shipping after additional time. So it really depends on how you set the campaign up.
Okay, right.
You could set it up with
saying that they
if you back it like
how to combine shipping too.
Like I backed a campaign, Jason Bascom's Absolute 2, 7 different times, and I think it charged me shipping 7 different ways. I could be wrong about that, but it's all in how you get it set up.
Darn.
So see if you can get refunded and then just back at a higher level.
Now I wonder if they do have is there a place, do you know, Shadowhawk, where you go, you say, okay, yeah, I want a refund? I'm just trying to find something that indicates that.
Probably in your Gmail or your,
my contributions.
Yeah. Oh, your contributions. Yeah. You can go to your contributions, which would be.
There it is right there. View details.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
He's going to do it right here on the show, folks.
I might. I mean, because, here it is. Refund contribution.
Yeah. You have a limited time that you can do that. So. Of course, that drives the creators crazy because,
Well, then I don't know if I'm going to do that. Then
in fact, Lorenzo wanted to do the same thing, and I said, "Don't. You were my first backer. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure you get, 2 copies, one for your friend, free copy. That's fine. I just didn't want the hassle of refund.
I forget what he charged for this.
Him backing
on the shipping, because I was like, yeah, man.
And we should say
now that's more reasonable. It's only $8.
Also, remember, Mike, the tip that they're automatically taking out, you have to set that to 0 or it's going to charge you 15%.
Yes, you do.
And that doesn't go to the creators. It goes to Indiegogo.
Indiegogo.
So we always have to talk about that now because they put that in there, which really sucks.
Right. So basically, folks, what we're talking about here is like, okay, we go here and now it's a $33 contribution with the $8 shipping. Then when you go to proceed to checkout, what'll happen is you'll see this Indiegogo tip will suddenly be $7. It says 0 here, but it'll suddenly get you for whatever it is, $4 or $7.
Maybe more than that. It depends on how big your order is. It's a percentage of your order.
So but fortunately, you have the option to set it at 0. Just set it at other, and it will go to 0.
Yeah.
And so you're suddenly not hit with another. Yeah, because then by that time, you're paying $40.
Yeah.
For, and that's steep. Man.
Oh, yeah. Just for those. Just for the t-shirts, I think I paid $40 for,
Right.
I know I paid $40 for Andy Smith's t-shirt, but he did not get enough on the orders of those, so he had to refund. So I got that money back, but
Right.
later. But
Yeah, and however, though, this is something that people watching have to keep in mind.
right,
So, when you look at this, you're like, wow, I'm paying $25 for a comic book. Well, that's not true, because what you're really paying for is this will be an 84 plus page graphic novel.
yeah,
This is not just your little, 23-page comic
right.
book. You're going to get a full color graphic novel.
And it
Okay.
is going to be the best art that he can give you.
Right, and exactly, and you will pay. I guarantee you, go to the store, buy a graphic novel. It's going to be between of that length. It's going to
Right.
be between $20 and $30. I guarantee you, without a doubt. That's what
Peter
you're going to pay for
Pomati
it.
says, "What a pain in the ass if you don't want to tip. I'd rather just tip the creators, not the site. They already get a percentage." Hashtag bah.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the extra perk, though, that people may not be keeping in mind here. When you, do your when you buy one of the comics or whatever tier that you want to back,
Right.
there are extras, and what happens is that you have your original. Let's say Aaron hits 50,000. Well,
Right.
that unlocks another level, and on the $50,000 level, I don't know if he's got that counted down here.
Yeah.
He may have
Different
it.
stretch goals and tiers.
You got
Yeah.
stretch goals.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's got it beautifully unlocked. So, okay, explain. So you got $40,000 unlocked. This is what you're going to get if you bought one of the items. You're going to get the retro editorial page with character value stamp added to the book. Then at 50,000, you'll get a letters page with your letters will be included in the book. At 60,000, every backer receives one all-new collectible Kit Carter Galactic Ranger trading card. At 80,000, which is already unlocked, every backer receives one all-new collectible Garbage Man trading card. Then, the one I'm really waiting for at 100,000, I think he's going to hit that.
I think he will too. Yeah.
He should be. And we'll get to that in a second, but the 100,000, when it goes to 100,000, you get 15 pages of his Kit Carter adventure strips. And this is just a little example. This is part of that Kit Carter art.
Oh, okay.
And it's this guy, this
Space beer.
Astro Chimp.
Yeah, Astro Chimp. Yeah.
And it's so totally cool. So he's going to add another 15 pages of content.
Yeah.
And so you're not just getting the comic book. You might pay that, $25, but as these goals get unlocked, you're adding just a really
he's adding value to your initial purchase of one book.
Right.
You're getting everything in the campaign, and if you signed up early, you'll probably be getting a trading card or something like that was offered for an early sign up as well.
So here's a good question for everybody out there. This might be something that we really need to consider. Okay, let's see. No, you have to. Oh, what? I try not to refund, but sometimes it's the only way to avoid excessive shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Here's my question, guys. Let's say that you go in and you buy something separately, right? And you don't refund, you don't do the refund, you buy another comic book, right?
Yeah.
Are you getting 2 sets of all the stretch goal stuff?
Yes. And I would say yes. Yep.
Can we get a confirmed Shadowhawk?
I backed Absolute 7 times and got all that extra stuff every time.
Every time.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. So that's something to consider before getting a refund.
Right.
You might want some of that stuff,
double up on it.
To double up on.
Yes, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm considering.
And like I say, it really depends on how they have it set up, Mike. because I know
Right.
after a certain goal, in Alterna books, they only charge a certain amount, and
Yes.
then it's zero shipping past that point. If you back it multiple times.
Yes.
See you, Shadowhawk.
See,
Minor
yeah, good,
emergency.
good luck. Hope
Hope
it's
it's
not
hope.
too bad.
Yeah, yeah. See you at 2:15 on Pops' channel.
And so, yeah, that's this. I hope this is explained to people, like how this process works a
It's
little more.
definitely a learning curve,
Yeah.
Mike. You have to learn it. It's not come to you through osmosis. And this is just Indiegogo. Their Kickstarter's totally different. And other platforms, but Kickstarter and Indiegogo are the two big ones.
Yeah, that's true. I think that a lot of people
Okay.
just don't like the Kickstarter because people clone their projects.
That'll be fine, Shadowhawk.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I may have to tell him to send you the link on Instagram or Facebook if he's
Oh, okay.
connected with you there, because I know you.
Yeah. Now he says sometimes it doesn't happen, so it's a kind of depends on the campaign whether or not you get your.
Yeah, I think you should. If you back it multiple times, you should get those things multiple times.
Because you're not refunding.
And that was something that I asked about Art T Bear, because again, I've only been able to back the T-shirt, but I asked him in his chat, am I going to get all the little stretch goal perks like the bookmarks, the different things? Am I going to get that if I just buy a T-shirt? He said yes. So I should get 2 sets of that extra stuff, and all I bought was really 2 T-shirts. But I think, to buy 1 T-shirt, I'm not sure on that one, but I paid as much as $40 for a T-shirt, and that's a lot, especially and I bought 2, one to wear on the show and on my show, and then, wear every day because I think it's cool, and then one to put up. I have other T-shirts. I have one from Mandy Summers, Super Dad. I have Cash Grab from Cecil.
Oh,
T-shirt.
yes, Cecil.
Yeah. So I have other T-shirts, but I don't wear them. I use them as, put them up as collectibles.
Now, do you know if Cecil's campaign is still going?
No, it's shut down. And
it's shut down.
There was an indication last night on the, because of Ink Spots that did the Frog G project, he was a colorist on Cash Grab.
Oh, I see.
And he kind of gave a little hint, an indication that it'll be fulfilling here pretty soon.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah. That was the kind of the indication. He didn't just come out and say it, but is that, the way he put it was, I think people will be here pretty soon. They'll be, surprised or sooner than you think, whatever.
Oh, that is great news. Now, here's Doc Blaylock.
Oh, Doc Blaylock, Pariah Blood and Mud. He's told me about this story. It's kind of a Golem type story, sort of his swamp-like story. And I had a swamp-like character. We got talking, and he did a whole 9-page story for me, plus a couple of trading cards. And he's just a phenomenal artist. He actually put this on hold so that he could do a story for me called Grave Tales for Devil Flyer. And
here's a good
now he's back hard at it every day, working on Pariah Blood and Mud. He's actually a gallery painter, an acrylic painter, and sells things in gallery. But see, during the pandemic, nobody could go to galleries, so the bottom fell out. So he started doing comics again, because he has produced comics before. And so now he's hard back at this. In fact, on the mail up, this is the mail up, right?
Right. This is the sign up, because this is not live yet.
I think he's even added to this, and there might be a new trailer that he's done on this.
Right.
Could we play this trailer? Could we take
Yeah.
time at least to play this?
Let me explain this though to
Okay.
people that are watching, because this campaign has not gone live yet.
No.
Okay, so this is how they work it.
It's the mail
You
list.
sign up, you put in your email address, and you sign up here. And then, as you see down here, it says sign up today and get an exclusive trading card.
Yeah, and
So,
when you sign up, you'll get updates.
and you will get updates.
Yes.
Exactly. So you're already starting to get perks from the project, because once it goes live, you go
And you
in,
back
you
it.
buy your comic book or whatever you back.
Yeah, you'll
whatever
be
your
getting that
level
trade
is,
up. That
you're getting
trading
that
card.
trading card.
And a lot of times that's
Absolutely.
the only way you can get that trading card.
Exactly. That is exact. And you have to move fast. If you're interested, you got to go in and sign up like immediately, because I hear that these things get, there's a limited number, right?
My sign up was only up for, they're up at various, some people leave them up for 6 months, sometimes longer, but you have to extend it.
Right.
But like mine was very rushed, and mine was up like maybe 2.5 months or something. And I would go on shows and they go sign up for Devil Flyer. And I would go, no, my campaign's already over and it's in demand, but a lot of people think that, usually do 6 months. So since I had a short one, they thought it was still sign up time,
Right.
but that's not necessarily true.
Now, are you familiar with the Ghosts of Matacumba Key?
I think I've heard of it. I'm not familiar with it or who does it. Oh,
Right.
the Nolan verse. Okay. So this is Graham Nolan?
This is Graham
no.
Nolan.
Is it?
This is Graham Nolan.
Okay.
Okay.
I know he likes monsters. I know he likes horror.
Oh, and this is totally that.
He is
It's
wrong.
also,
He and
got a
Shadowhawk
bit of hard-boiled
and you are wrong
noir.
when you say Godzilla is better than King Kong, but that's forgivable.
So here's his whole thing. Now, this is not launched quite yet. So once again, you go over here and it says, hey, get 2 free collectible trading cards with sign up and purchase.
Yeah.
So you want to, if you're interested, and this looks like it's going to be a good one. He's got a few images here. He knows how to draw the hotties. There's no doubt about that. I mean, this guy is really quite good.
Co-creator with Chuck Dixon of Bane, who broke Batman's back.
Of Bane.
A graduate again of Kubert School.
You're right.
Just a very accomplished, been an artist. He was a 1982 graduate of the Kubert School and hit the ground running, just a seminal professional that's been in it for nearly 40 years.
I want to put this. I'm going to put it in the chat here, guys. This is the link to the Ghosts of Matacumba Key. Because, I think Graham Nolan name-wise, he's definitely one of the most famous, maybe the most famous in CG. I mean, people, his name goes way, I don't know how, he's been doing this stuff for like 35 years, right? I mean, good Lord.
Oh, right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
He's been on
since the early 80s. Yeah.
Yes, God. So he's like at 40. He's been doing it for about 40 years.
I just said that, Mike.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo!
All right. Good
I'm
Lord,
busting his chops.
Oh, how about this one? Have you heard about this one, Rex?
I shouldn't. He just lost it.
Reaper Destroyer.
Oh, yeah. Looky here, Mike. Looky
Joe
here.
Sontag.
Look what Shadowhawk did. He was able to come out with his ash can and print.
I'm going to bring it in.
Before I did.
Now wait a second. Why can't I put you in there?
Because you're a boomer. You're a boomer. That's why.
I'm a boomer.
That's first print. Reaper Destroyer.
Yeah, that's the
signed. Yeah, by Joe.
Now they call that a foil cover.
Full cover. Yeah, this was what he let off with, which is an ash can, which my ash can's going to be approximately that size. You can see I don't know. Maybe that was like Apex show.
Yeah, that's about the Apex size. Yeah.
Came with this nice little print. Now I missed out on
Nice.
this. He actually didn't go on Indiegogo with this. You had to DM him. I was such a boomer at Twitter. I didn't know how to DM anybody. But Shadowhawk was good enough he bought about 5 of these or 6 and sent me one.
Oh,
Very
great.
grateful. Yeah. But
That is really.
this was a success for Joe. And Reaper Destroyer, it's going to do gangbusters,
Yeah.
kind of a Spawn, Batman type character.
Right now, this one is this the original campaign then?
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. This is the first time, his first campaign. I think it says first campaign. Yeah. And he's top $50,000. Good for Joe. I told him early on, I said, this is going to do some money.
Now this
people
is
are going to
brand
love
new.
this.
This is a Virgin variant cover by Dale Keown.
I mean, if you can score that from Dale, Have you seen just the penciled version of it? I like it better uncolored.
Yeah, let's see if they've got the pencil in here.
Yeah,
although these pen and inks.
You know what? When you look at that Dale Keown, can you go back up just for a second? Look at that Dale Keown again. I get a Beta Ray Bill kind of horse head look to that, don't you?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You're kind of right. There's a similarity.
Peter says Joe still hasn't decided what he's doing with the Dell piece. I inked maybe a print. That's right. Peter inked that piece. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Peter, you inked that?
Yeah, he's a great inker.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, great artist. Yeah.
That is just great. That thing turned out. People were just losing their minds on this when he revealed it like a few nights ago.
Peter, I got to have you on my show. I interviewed him on Apex's channel, but I need it. And I know he's busy.
That wicked thing right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whoever colored that, I don't know who colored it, but did a fantastic
job.
Chiodo.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've got some of his comics where he's inked before.
I got to put in the Reaper Destroyer. Yeah. Here's a link, folks, to this. So you guys can check it out close up and personal, because it definitely. I mean, it's got great art. This line art is really.
Can you go back up, because that had something different, Mike? I want to point out right there. Nope, just keep going right there. That'll work. Coming soon. Now, see, he didn't have everything up, just kind of sketched, but he put it in there nonetheless. And then when he gets it, he'll update the campaign and show you the finished piece. But see, even if you don't have all your things done to your campaign, you can put up like coming soon.
Well, it's a great teaser.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be, people are going to be like, oh, geez, I got to go get back. And
oh, thank you, Peter. Yeah.
And here's
we'll
another
make that
one.
Happen. Thank you.
He's got another one that's preview coming soon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Like you say, it's a great teaser. I know with the Frog G campaign, they hadn't yet got the cover from Irene, but they still had a placeholder for it, So you can, a lot of these campaigns, they'll do 3 or 4 pages, Mike, and they'll just put up that. And if it doesn't fund, they don't have a lot of time in it. Now, I know a lot of people like to get a project 100% done before they launch. That's kind of like me. I think mine will be 100% done by the time I launch in March, the main book. So, so there's 2 schools of thought there. If you're quick enough and can get it done, you got the funds, pay colorist and letterer, or you do it all yourself, whatever, then you can have it partially done. A lot of these campaigns start off with just, 2 or 3 pieces of artwork. Right. But some are fully done or halfway. Different, people do it differently.
Yeah. Now let's see if he's got the black and white Keown in here. I love this stuff, though. Really
look at that. The coloring again.
Yeah.
And just the setting, the environment. It kind of gives you a
guy right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And most of this, you could see him
right there.
You could see him drawing all this on his channel. That's the great thing.
Check out this layout.
Yeah.
The way that he's got these
Yep.
these
And it
panels
looks
within the
even better
illustration,
in pencil.
the color gradation
I
coming
remember when he
through.
was drawing this on his channel.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, that's the great thing about a YouTube channel. You know, you can watch this stuff being created
Yes.
day after day.
And it's just beautiful
Look
advertising.
at all
Are
those
you kidding?
unlocked. 7
Yep.
stretch goals, man. He's been killing it.
Yep.
And I
So,
really did like Peter's inking on this.
yeah, and now of course he's selling the original art too.
That helps a campaign immensely. A
It
lot of
really
people
does.
like to buy original art. And like Shadow Hawk pointed out, when you go to a convention, you've got convention rights. They have to pay for that table and everything. And so somebody like Aaron Lopresti or Joe Sontag, expensive at a convention. But like, you know, with these campaigns, they can offer their stuff cheaper, you know. There's some
True.
6 a.m. stickers, I think. I've got to get 6 a.m. to do some stickers for my campaign. They say it's not really
Oh
a
yeah,
good campaign
these
without some
guys.
6
Yeah.
a.m. Stickers doing your characters. So,
Yeah, look
yeah.
at that line art. That is
Yep.
just
That's
fucking
the line
wonderful.
art to this. And he had a second printing on this ash can too. This is the first printing.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
I
he
guess
does
the
have,
he did post that Dale Keown in pencil right after Dale did it. And of course,
right.
on Twitter. And yeah, there's a small little right there off to the right.
Yeah, it's not gonna,
It's not going to blow up for you. No.
I don't think so.
No.
Nope. Sure doesn't.
No.
But in any case, it's great. Yeah, once again, as we were saying, you've got all of these stretch goals.
Love
You
that
know what the
shredded
people,
cape, you know.
yeah,
Really
it's great.
has a spawn feel, you know, Wraith
It
like quality.
does.
Yeah,
It's
a
got that
ghost.
kind of feel to it. Yep.
Yeah. I have a character called Sweet Baby, but she goes by her Japanese name, and she has a shredded shroud like that.
It's nice. Yeah. So this is another one. Yet another, Reaper. We've been going through a ton, as you know.
And we
I
haven't
mean,
even touched the tip of the iceberg.
not really.
No.
Here's
There's some great campaigns out there. There's some
here we
sucky
go.
campaigns.
Saving Mr. Creep.
Ooh, Saving Mr. Creep. Yeah.
Yep.
I've not
Jeremy
seen
Mace.
this one.
Now this is a smaller campaign.
Uh-huh.
He had a $1,111 fixed goal.
Yeah.
He's gotten almost $1,600.
That's very reasonable.
This is a kind of almost like a how should you say this? Like a Johnny Quest almost kind
Oh,
of.
wow. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
A
Look
big
at that giant
robot.
robot, man.
Yeah. In an old town setting.
You see, he's channeling some.
Yeah. And
Johnny
even on the
Quest.
coloring is more like flatted colors, you know.
Yes, I like that too.
The kind of diffuse colors.
Yes, exactly. Saving Mr. Creep.
I bet
And look at that totally 60s.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing going on.
Yep.
There.
Design simple but effective.
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah. Look
at that Sergeant Star.
Oh yeah.
That's looking good.
Yeah. Very Kirby-esque
on
that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more modern, like movie poster type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's your classic.
This looks good. I haven't seen this one, Mike.
Well, let's take a closer look.
I have backed some smaller campaigns, and maybe naively, I don't think I've gotten stuck on one of my campaigns yet. I've had to wait, a while to receive some stuff. But some of the smaller campaigns really do a lot better job of getting their product out there and going on to their next thing.
Oh yeah, so you can get that great Sergeant Star variant cover. Now this is a book. This is 106 pages.
Wow.
And it's $30. Very reasonable. That's pretty much going rate for a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Soft bound.
Is
but
that a
you're
novel
getting,
size?
it is a novel size.
Okay, so I've considered with my second campaign, Silver Bow, of doing a novel if I can get it written.
Yeah, now I haven't
And I
seen
see
any
that more and more.
dimensions.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah,
know
man.
Alterna with Legends of the Log did one, and
Yes, they
so
did.
so
They
we're starting to branch out. We're starting not only to do comics and standard size, but like Beowar magazine size, novel size like this. It's really cool.
sure.
Nothing's off the charts. You can produce whatever you can fund,
Right.
really.
Yeah, here it says in the description, inspired by vintage comic book and franchises from the 1950s and 60s, using Alex Toth style line art,
Yeah.
Marco Finnegan has captured a unique illustrative look found only in the past. I love the way where he's going with this.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I
You know,
look at those pages. Even though they're small, you can see the diffuse color. Everything's defined very nicely.
totally.
Yeah, it
Totally.
looks
This
like
is
a
really
great
good
project.
stuff.
I'm glad you kind of brought this to my attention.
And he says here also the book is complete. All 106 pages have been completed.
And that means he'll be able to have a quick turnaround and go and take the money from this and do another campaign.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Now here's the perks. So perk levels.
Digital graphic novel, soft color book, and soft color book. Yep.
Soft cover book with the variant.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure what he means by
Look at
perk
that Kirby-esque character.
right there.
Definitely channeling Kirby.
Totally, Sergeant Star.
The way it's inked and everything.
Oh yeah, man.
It's not going for realism. It's going for that Kirby campy, fun.
Yeah, look, you see. Yeah, he says Joe Timely. Get it? Timely became the first Sergeant Star while in Europe in 1943. And it has your little, the little bio and stuff of the character. That's really great. I like that type of stuff. And so, of course, there's Mr. Creep himself, and he's looking very much like the Phantom, right?
Yeah, he almost looks like the comedian
a little
from
bit like
The
the comedian.
Watchmen. Yeah,
Yeah, a little Phantom, a little
a different color scheme, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, who did the cover? This is a Brent Schoonover.
And they're kind of doing like the Marvel or the DC, really the DC update, with the stats on the characters.
Yeah, that looks really cool. Oh, yeah. Hey, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, Peter Palmiotti, sorry. Looking forward to Wednesday having you on the Apex Morning Show. He's going to have him on this Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes, friends. And Joe Timely. Yeah, that is I thought that was a cute little reference there. That's kind of nice. Then they've got the more modern, as you were saying, Rex, cover. Yeah. Saving Mr. Creep. And now here's this one, man. Talk about taking some chances.
Yeah,
that is just. I mean, and it works.
That could be 50s or 60s.
It could be. Yeah, like late 50s, 60s, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say definitely. So, from what I'm seeing here, he doesn't have any or maybe they're gone. Like stretch goal perks, like if you hit X amount.
Well, a lot of people don't put stretch goals up till it's funded.
And not only that, but this is kind of small funding.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another thing. You don't, but in any case, this is active, folks, with 19 days left. And I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the chat because it looks really good. If you want something totally different, this is, I would call this totally different. This has got a certain, classic. I mean, it is classic, but I'm not seeing many people doing something like this.
Right.
This is something a little unusual. And I think that closes out what I've got, Rex.
Okay.
You know, and that was, we just went through like a good 15 or 16 uh, campaigns right there.
What is Saving Mr. Creep about? Can
Okay, well let's take a look. Um, let's see. Saving Mr. Creep is an epic tale that explores a fated world of aging heroes and villains on a
ooh,
collision course that could change the very fabric of reality. And the header is: an aging supervillain must confront his past and find redemption to save a little girl from her tragic destiny. And then you get that idea when you're looking at this art. That's, once again, going back to, they, they're saying Alex Toth, and I would say, yeah, it's
yeah,
got that. But also John, to me, like it's got a Johnny Quest kind of feel.
yeah,
Um,
sort of
Mr.
high
Creep,
adventure.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It says Mr. Creep has escaped from a meta prison with Grace, a 7-year-old girl on the run from a secret organization known as the Guild. Together, the pair must evade capture while trying to locate a cure for Grace's condition. The memories of the heroic Golden Age reveal Mr. Creep's need for redemption and draws him closer to Grace. Guild agents and a determined U.S. Marshal pursue the pair as the story races towards a climactic. I think that they're climactic
yeah.
confrontation with the dark administrators behind the Guild. Ultimately, Mr. Creep must find redemption through saving Grace with her tragic from her tragic destiny. And so, as I said, it's already done. You buy it, and I'm assuming that after 19 days is over, they start shipping. Right? Is that how it works, Rex?
Well, I mean, if I on this one, don't really. I mean, once it closes down completely, that's generally when people start fulfilling. That means they've gotten in all their books printed up and their mailers that they're going to send some stuff out. And they're all the stuff that's with the campaign. Of course, some of these campaigns, they're just selling books. They're not doing the bookmarks. They're not doing the magnets. They're not doing a lot of these things that you see on the bigger campaigns that are, you know, and they're just selling the book. So they're able to get the book, get it printed, and get it out the door and go on to the next thing. And so hopefully they keep doing their brand. The bookmarks
Right.
are nice, the magnets are great, the patches are wonderful, but really it is about the main product and the person and the personality behind it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
Hmm.
personally, just looking at this campaign, I would have thought this figure would be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Uh, I
Well,
mean, he's
I've
got
not
a.
even heard of this one. There.
Maybe
That's what
that's
I'm
the
saying.
problem.
There are a lot of unknown people out there. That's why I think John Malin and others early on said, build your channel, you know, get your name known a little bit before you
Yes.
really, and that gives you time to really develop your project too. Um, I was trying to rush things along for Fans Fest. The Force Fans Fest didn't happen because of COVID. That gave me additional time because my book was still being, the artwork for the main feature was still being, and even when I had that in the bag, I thought, man, I've got a little over half my book done. I'm still got artists working on stories for my book. There's still some coloring to be done. There's still lettering to be done. There's still stories, dialogue to be written.
Sure.
Uh, and by the time it's ready to launch, I hope to have it 100% done. And it
Yeah. Well,
looks like the For Fans Fest is not going to happen in October, November this year. It's been put off. It may never happen. It was a
which
great
is that?
motivator for me,
What was
you
that
know,
again?
the For Fans Fest.
What is that?
That was something that Ethan and Billy Tucci, Cecil, and a bunch came up with in like 2020. Of course, COVID hit, and what it was going to be a, a fans convention down in Miami, Florida.
no way.
Yeah, we were all going to meet down there. And if you were a creator and you had at least one book that had fulfilled, one project that had fulfilled a CG project, you would get a free table at that. So that's what I was shooting for, especially with my ash can. That would be my, quick turnaround project. And then the main book, and then hopefully get the main book done by this October, which it's not going to be. It hadn't even launched. But for Fans Fest, really it takes time to develop such a
So
big project. So
you're saying for Fans Fest.
for Fans Fest, right? But they
Right.
were going to
Okay.
all
Gotcha.
meet down there. They were going to help creators. If they were international, help fly them over. They were going to crowdfund it. So that's not going to happen. Obviously, Uncle E has got a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah, Peter says, I ran across creators I've never heard of weekly. They just need to widen their fan base to get seen by more of us. It is a lot of work, you guys know. Yeah, it is.
And that's why, and I think that's why it's so important. Now, look, I have a channel. I got like 420 people on the subscribed.
Awesome.
It's not that big.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if everybody, it doesn't matter what size, if you got 100, if you got 50 subscribers, I don't care. If you keep doing this
Right.
and you keep all I'm doing is I'm scrolling through pages of the Indiegogo campaigns and
Right.
saying, hey, look at this cool stuff. Then people eventually on YouTube, for example, and I'd love to do this on Rumble and BitChute. As a matter of fact, I may take this thing over there.
You need to.
I may
When you do that to different platforms, you get different
Yep.
audiences, you get
Yep.
more eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's going to help because, I was kind of surprised, Rex, that you hadn't heard of this guy, Saving Mr. Creep. And this
Well,
guy
there's
should
so
be,
many out there. And
yeah,
like you say, if it, I don't know, he's got 34 backers. They may have come in slowly. I know on the launch of my ash can, by the end of the first day, I had 3 backers. I was still trending up there because, I had my stretch goal set at only $500. But it's keeping on that main page because you can fall down, have a day off where people don't back it. New projects come out all the time and can knock you down that are doing gangbusters. So it really is a struggle to get noticed.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you guys, and you really need to do, anybody that doesn't have a website or a blog needs to have one. People say, oh, no, that's boomer. No way. Everybody that is getting traffic has got a website or a blog. All I have to do is point you to Ethan Van Cyber. He's got his own website. The reason why is that you can, in the first place, you can control that website. You can control the meta tags, everything. You can make it. And I do that with my website, horroranthologymovie.com, where I can post stuff, and I guarantee you that in a few days, that's going to be trending like top 10 in Google search. It's going to happen because you just, the one thing about having a blog or a website is that when you make a post, you can make 1,000-word post and you can tell people all about what, the subject matter is in 1,000 words. Google eats that stuff up. They love it as long as you're not repeating yourself and, you're doing a reasonable little essay on your subject. I guarantee you Google is going to pick that up and you are going to get hundreds of eyes, at least, on when people, search for a subject, as long as you're doing for instance, let's take Devil Flyer. Okay. What you want to do is when you're writing about that subject, you're going to talk specifically about Devil Flyer, but you also want to say, he reminds, reminiscent of Golden Age superheroes from the 1940s, published by Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and blah, 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 because it's picking up all of that.
Fawcett Comics,
connections.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or or even throw in Big Bang Comics, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, well, you know what? I tried to get work from a company one time. Uh, what I did is I said, look, I guarantee you I can take a couple of the things you're selling, and these were pulp magazines, right? I posted like an 800 word essay on a pulp magazine with all kinds of great keywords in it, with photos, and I went through the process, submitted the page through a couple of search engines and so forth, and in a week it was in the top three. Google search. You search for that, the Shadow Pulp magazine. Boom, it's top three. And I showed the guy. I was like, I can get everything you're selling in the Google top 10. I can do that. And I was like, you pay me monthly, and he refused. He just didn't want to pay it out. And so there you go. I just never did it. But I tell you guys, well, it is absolutely, and it doesn't have to cost anything. You could even go to Blogger, which is, blogger.com is the Google blog page. Get your free blog, and you just start posting every time you have an update or news. You make a post. You just write your, I would say, at least 300 word post. Have 300 words describing what that post is about, with at least one image. Then on your Facebook, you post that. On you could even do a YouTube video about it and say, look, I've got a new post. And, as ridiculous as that might seem, it's not, because once you do that and you have the post linked in your description of that YouTube video, it's all cyclical. The SEO, your search engine optimization is ranking higher. That's what you want to do. So I highly recommend people have some type of anchor, and that anchor is going to be a website, or it's going to be a blog. And yeah, geez, man, there's a lot of web hosts nowadays. You can pay, like $3 a month, and you will have your own page. Like, you could get your domain, which will cost you $10 a year, and that domain could be devilflyer.com,
Yeah.
for example, or it could be your, momentum, uh, your company name, right? And
Right.
like apexcomics.com. It's just, this is some basic stuff as far as like what we're talking about here, and getting more eyes on your project.
Well, it's basic stuff, but it's something that we don't discuss enough about. And one
Yeah,
thing we didn't discuss also was a trailer. You don't necessarily, with your campaign, need a trailer. It does help, but if you will just get up the photos, the essential photos, photos from the interior covers, of course, and then anything you have like patches, stickers. If you just do that, people
yeah,
generally know within a minute or two. If the campaign is put together really well, uh,
yeah.
they basically know, even without a trailer. A trailer's nice, but that's just uh, window dressing, really.
Yeah, now check this out. Now Peter brings up this is exactly what I'm getting at. He says,
Okay,
I share all of my streams on my blog. Also other streams as well, like this show right here. Now,
right. Hmm.
Peter and everybody here. Now imagine reversing that. Okay, you just made a blog post about something, a subject. You've got, as I say, minimum of 300 words. If it's 800 words, that's even better if you can do it. You got an image. Then you go and you make a video on YouTube. And it's like, how those guys will show like a Twitter post, and they'll yak about it for like 20 minutes, and they're talking about whoever posted the Twitter, and maybe there's a controversy or whatever. They always do that. I see like your boy Zach, he does that all the time. He'll just put up a simple Twitter post, and he'll just sit there and talk about it. Well, you can take your own blog post, put it up on a video, just like what we're doing here. Imagine that here. I'll make it this absolutely crystal clear. so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to go to my site. Okay, here we go. Now, this is kind of short. Rent Witch Tales on Amazon, right? This is old. This is March 24th. But okay, so there we got it. Now, I would just sit here over here. I'd make a video and I'd be like, hey, I just want to let you know that I, made another post on my anthologymovies.com site about Witch Tales and where you can get it. And I got some more great reviews on it or whatever. And then I just proceed to talk about that post for like 20 minutes. And that becomes my entry. So
Right.
what happens is that you then put the link, you say, look, I have the link in the description. People click on the link. So it is circular, right? You just suddenly you brought in your own website or blog, whatever, and you've just connected that to YouTube, which is huge. I mean, and you just keep doing this, and I guarantee you're going to get hundreds, if not thousands, of new eyes every month on your projects. It's going to happen, but you gotta. That's basically it. It really does. For me, the keys are a website or blog or both. Some
And
people do both,
one thing
man.
we haven't mentioned, but you've mentioned on before, is the CG site, right? The what is it called? The CG.
Oh yeah, well, there's a few. There's a few. Like for instance, I've got. Let's see. It is. Comicsgate.org
Yeah, that's it.
is really
Mhm.
good. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. And there you go. So that's another one, Rex. If you got on there and you said, "Oh yeah, I've got my show," because I've seen Vic King.
Yeah.
They when they post the stuff, it's like, "Oh yeah, Vic just did a new draw stream or
Right
whatever."
next to Ethan Van Sciver.
Right next to, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm checking it out. Then
Uh-huh.
what they do is they send if you sign up. I don't know if you signed up to comicsgate.org, but they send you like every day or 2 days
Right.
the new stuff on their blog. And so then you're going to go check out whatever interests you. And all of this stuff works. I mean, you can I think it's just kind of endless. I could go to Comicsgate, make my video, and just put nothing but comicsgate.org right here. And go down the thing. Yeah, there we go. Comicsgate.org. This is a beautiful site, by the way. Oh, there. Oh, there. Well, now what the fuck was it? Ah, let me get back. Let me get back. Oh, Cincinnati Comic Expo. Well, I see Anna there, Star Wars girl. It's a 7x9. In any case, so you're going down here, and of course they have Fraga Boom's Black Flag, all the stuff, Relentless Tin Soul. I mean, just all these projects. But here comes the news. God, they really do have a great, you know, I love the layout. Here's the latest. I love the way they do this. And anybody can do this. This is some simple shit right here. Latest stuff. Here's a blog post. It just simply goes to it. There you go with the video. Blah, blah, blah. They don't even put much in here. They just put the link to the Indiegogos, and that's that's pretty much it. They have the video though. This is where the key comes in. There's the YouTube video right here. So that's how it works. You can just keep cross promoting stuff from your blog or your website. And the more that you do, and I know it's kind of like, look, I think I post 5 or 6 times, maybe 7 times a month on my website, horroranthologymovies.com. If you post every day, it may not be a good thing because they may kind of perceive some stuff as spam
Right.
if you're posting too much. but I do it like several times a month. It's key stuff. And then as soon as I do it, I take that URL of the specific post. I go to Facebook. I go to Getter, uh, minds.com. I'm just plugging it. I'm making
Yeah, if
posts. I'm plugging that post.
and you can set up accounts, in one day. You know, it,
You can.
that's what I basically did when I started. I had no online presence, was proud of it, because online presence, uh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
hear
Well,
the horror stories about what happened to people online and things.
sure.
But I at least set up, and some I don't interact with much, but, if you do, uh, if you, if you do, you later you may use that. I don't do much on Twitch, but later I had already had my account set up, and that led into now I stream every day on Twitch.
Well, there you go.
And I
You
really
got
don't have a
Twitch.
big following on Twitch.
Do you have
I don't
Twitter,
think, but
Rex? You
I
use
have
Twitter?
Twitter. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
I
And
use the
it's
hell
one.
out of Twitter.
It's it's a personal issue with me. I just refuse
Right,
to go back onto Twitter, and
right,
that's kind of a problem because there is no doubt about it. You will get more exposure if you're on Twitter. I've
right.
just been using the Twitter alternatives and
Yeah,
doing, is what I can with
right,
that. But Twitter is fantastic because once again, I see these guys. You guys have all seen this. There's no doubt about it. Everybody here has seen it. People will make posts and they'll bring up a Twitter post of some person they're having an argument with, or I don't know, there's some Twitter drama. And
yeah,
they're like, oh, check out this Twitter post. And, you know, all of this stuff, that's how they build they build the thing. I'm not into that stuff where it's like the daily drama
right.
BS. I just don't get into it. But you can do that with your own Twitter. You
Yeah,
can say, hey, look, I just posted this. Now let's talk about it. Boom. There it is. And people are recognizing your Twitter more and more. And it's a slow build. If you talk to people like Gary over at Friday Night Tights, that guy will tell you horror stories. Like for years, he was doing his YouTube thing and getting like one hit, 5 hits per video. I mean, nothing. He could not get anything going. And he was like, he was like one day after a few years of just nothing, things started happening, and he was just like, it's because I just didn't give up. I kept expanding. I kept
right.
making these connections with all of these other platforms. And that was a huge thing, of course, not only that, but of course, with the people that are involved with, Comics Gate. It's not Friday Night Tights is not Comics Gate per se, but they're Comics Gate friendly, and so he makes those connections, but he's also like got all of the he's got a lot of Jesus. Some of these dudes, I don't know if you guys ever noticed some of these guys YouTube videos. If you scroll down, they have like 10 different links to their various sites. Like they got a Twitter, they got a Twitch, they've got Facebook, they've got, whatever it is, but there's like just a mountain, and they put them in the description. And, I sometimes it's like, I don't do that, and I should. People should be consistent with their linking. Linking is a huge deal. It still is. Some of the basics still apply. And one of those basics that we're talking about right now, without getting too complicated, is the website or the blog. It's a simple thing, but you really have to have it. You got to have it. It's going to help a lot. And also, too, it'll help you when you're selling. You can sell directly from your website. You can use, you know, let's see. If I would sell out, my channel would probably grow. I think Graphic Man is indicating uh, to Twitter. Yeah, I mean, I just won't go back on Twitter, and that's kind of a personal thing because I'm here on YouTube. I mean, it's like people have complaints about YouTube as well,
No,
but I'm
sure.
still here. So whatever the hell. And look, as far as video goes, it's still a fact that YouTube just beats the hell out of any other platform for functionality, for doing your own stuff, for whatever. They're just
Now,
Rumble.
one shout out to a project we didn't talk about, but Dojo Coon Comics. I've had him on before. Projectile Reptile. Go check that
Uh,
out. Definitely a great project.
okay, what is it called again?
Projectile Reptile.
Projectile Reptile.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going. We're gonna take a look at it. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Dojo Coon or
Yep.
Coon.
Dojo Coon Comics.
Dojo Coon Comics right there. Projectile Reptile. Okay, there's one. There's a new one on me. Rex. I've not seen this before.
Yeah.
And once again, you've got a rather small campaign.
Right.
Obviously, he's doing pretty good. He's still got 18 days left.
18 days left. I think this is his second 30 days. So, he needs a little bit to get funded. Definitely a worthy. He's definitely doing better than this. So he's had things fund before, but he's also had things fall flat before as well.
Oh yeah, check that out. That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I thought you might like that. Yeah. And you can thank Peter for that. I saw his tweet on that. See, bringing that back to mind. He tweeted it out. People see it and go, "Oh, that looks pretty good."
Look at this. Now that's titillating.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
I will say
starts out in the Old West and comes to modern day.
Damn.
Yeah. A druid changes him into that creature. He's a gunslinger that gets changed into the projectile reptile.
That is nice. That is nice.
That there is, go back up. Is a Shelby Robertson cover.
That looks good too.
Yeah. He worked for Rob Liefeld back in the day.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Has his own project out on Indiegogo. I'm hoping to get a trading card by him. Done by him. I know he's a busy guy, but I really love Shelby. So that was a good pickup for him to have him do a cover for him. He's helped. Dojo Coon he's a fraud investigator, and these cloning projects over on. I've done a couple of interviews with him. Have a couple of videos, where I interview him on my channel, and he goes into greater detail. But basically, he's interceded for some people that have been in the CG movement in the Indiegogo, where they have clones and some fraud cases and had them shut it down. So he's a good guy to know, especially when it comes to the fraud thing.
Thank you, Apex. Fantastic.
That's what it takes, is sharing it out, networking. I'm
posting the link here.
On Apex Comics, we months ago we interviewed Ibex Comics, and he had like 6 videos up, and at that time I had 60 videos up, and yet he had about as many subscribers as I did. So that shows you the power of of networking. I've got to take off because I've got to do a show on Pops' channel here in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate you.
closing it up.
Yeah.
I just thought we'd wrap up with a couple of things about, if you guys are, I'm absolutely serious. There's no better, more basic way to get traffic than a blog or a website. If you've got all these other things going for you, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and what have you. But the foundation, the flagship, should really be your own thing that you always control and that nobody can yank out from under you. And it's a website, So once again, if you want to go the website route, you're going to pay $10 a year to get your domain. You can just go to namecheap.com, shop your domain, and get a .com. Really, it's the best way to go.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost you $10. Then you can go to a web host service. A lot of these places you can find for like, God, I remember HostGator was like $3 a month, which is not bad at all. That's very reasonable, and that's just if you want one website, and I think it's a good way to go.
Yeah. Sounds
and
like it.
yeah, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Then all you have to do, what I do, what I did with Horror Anthology Movie, is that's simply a WordPress blog. So I've got my website. I go into my, whatever the HostGator page, and I put, setup page, use WordPress blog. I choose the type of WordPress blog, which is free. And then so I have my template, and you just make a couple of basic changes, add your top logo. It's just stuff. It's very intuitive. It's not complicated. And then you can just start making your posts. And, you do a few and you will get totally used to it, and you'll have your own flagship site. It's a recommendation, So thanks for help. Yeah, help. Thank you, Peter, for joining us on this, show. It was really great having you and
Absolutely.
everybody, on here. Rex,
I'll get with you, Peter,
Apex.
about having you on the show. I'll DM you.
Yeah, all you guys, man. Graphic Man and Captain Strange Life in there. Gratu. I saw Gratu. Shadowhawk, on the scene. Thank you all for joining us here.
He's going to be on Pops' channel with me here in just a little bit on CromCon.
Oh, okay. Now where is this? Can you post a link?
Yes, I can. Just let me find it here. They're live right now. They've been going a while.
Oh, cool.
Or let's see. At least I think they're live right now. Now playing. Okay. Let's see if I can bring this up. Okay, there it is. All right. And this one may shut down, but at least it'll give you over to this channel. And our show will be coming up here pretty soon. With CromCon, though, I think it'll be one long thing, so it probably won't shut down.
Okay. Did you post it in the chat?
I did.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah. So I appreciate you having me on. I guess we'll see you over there, maybe.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the 4 o'clock clock. Can I talk? Probably not. 4 o'clock shadow show. Rub the chin on that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
man. I'll be over there.
It's 5 Central, and then 4 Central, 5 Eastern every day. every day, 7 days a week. Check it out.
Excellent. All right, Rex, have a good one. I'll talk to all you guys later.
You bet. Thank you, Mike.
See ya.